I still don't know how to feel about my skill with that impression. Like, I do it as a joke. And then when I hear it in playback, it's like, man, I can barely hear a difference. That is scary. No. Who needs voice modulation when you have something called range? Yeah, it's all story from here on out. There are checkpoints for that, don't worry about that.
Come on, strike me down, Zeus! Yeah.
If you strike me down, I shall be more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
I mean, you can always test out right now. I am at a comfortable distance from my microphone. There we go. That's good. Hello? Yep, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Alright, so it's just we're waiting for Serenity. And then we will get running in here, right at the door of truth. That's where we left off last time. I'm kind of...
And boy, is it not false advertising.
The door of truth
Tell
is
me that now.
I sound kind of echoey, like I kind of hear myself in my own head. But you guys tell me I'm...
I would hope you can hear yourself in your own head. That's exactly what it's for.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. And yeah, I'm actually really loud. I'm kind of peaking. I'm looking at my...
Yeah, I was about to comment that you were a bit too loud.
Yeah, so let me... Device properties, yeah, I'm at 95%. Alright, that's better. That's way better. There we go. Now I'm happy.
Man, can't believe we're about to finish this serious stuff. Feels like yesterday when we started with 999.
Yeah, when was that? Like
No, it feels like yesterday that we continued on with the VLR and its map screen.
When did we start 999? Was that like back in March, I want to say?
A while ago.
That was back in December.
Shit, really?
Before the end of the year. Remember that I finished. Remember that I bragged about finishing the game before literally the turning of the year.
Oh my gosh!
It was our way to celebrate the new year too.
Yes, let's celebrate the new year by playing a death game. Wonderful. What are
Right?
friends for? Who needs
I
enemies?
mean, isn't that exactly what the plot of ZTD is, sort of? Or at
Uh,
least an element of it?
not wrong. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we started the Zero Escape series as in December of last year. If it wasn't November, it was December.
Yeah, November was quite busy because it's usually like birthday time, and I think we may have gone like 2 parts of 999, and we finished 999 like in early February. And then
Yeah,
we took a little break. I'm not sure how long of a break we took.
it was a week break
A week
before
break.
we did. Yeah, a week break before we finished.
Then
Before
for
we
VLR.
started BLR, and then after finishing BLR, we took 1 month off to do whatever else because we were really that burnt out on that fucking game.
What? No, no, no. We didn't take a month off between VLR and ZTD. I'm pretty sure it was like a week or a couple weeks. We took breaks for VLR. Like I was on vacation. That like took 3 weeks away from our schedule. But outside
Yeah,
of
that's
that,
why I said that. That's why I said it.
oh
When you took your vacation, that was like 3 weeks, and then an additional week for just because we were still burnt out.
yeah, yeah. Like
So
we were. It was a slog trying to get to that game. But thankfully, hopefully, no one's gonna drag you. Hey, let's stream VLR again. No. Shut that down right now.
you know that you're going to do that if you do a charity event, right?
Oh God. I'd rather do
If
other
you ever
things.
do a, if you ever do a charity event and it involves VLR, you're fucked.
Yeah, and then I'm fucked. Then I'd be like, all right, for the kids or for whatever. Where's Serenity? That'd be ready by now.
Send $100 to the fucking Children's Cancer Organization.
$100. Every $100 you do 5 minutes of uninterrupted map time.
Can we at least put some rad music behind the map screen? Just to make it
No.
better?
No.
No.
It's just map screen with no music.
I'll just bring up that video and cry.
I mean, I could record one without the music, just to make you pissed off.
Alright, I'm gonna ping Serenity one more time. If not, I'll just begin. Because he knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, he's unusually quiet about it because even if he was late, he usually will tell us.
Yep.
I mean, while we're waiting, I'm just playing some Omega Strikers, because Double Affinity Weekend! Yay!
Nice. And then the only...
And I want to get my Ascended Kai pose.
Cool. And then the only like multiplayer game I play right now, which is Dead by Daylight. We just finished our anniversary event, so that was fun. 7 years. That game is 7 years old. Damn.
I still
That
think that
is-
this. I still think that the user interface looks like a fucking Wii game.
It does. It really does. But this came out on what? 3DS was it?
Yeah, this is a game from the 3DS era and the PS Vita.
Gotcha.
Okay. I still like. It's still very surreal to me to see this kind of menu because it's so very.
You just want to point
like.
you just want to put the Wiimote at it.
I
It's like,
know, right?
We're playing. Hey guys, we're playing Trauma Team. Oh no. I mean, oh yes, that game is actually pretty fun.
But oh no, trauma!
No, it's not even that. We're doing a fucking hard difficulty.
Oh no,
Zeus
trauma
knows.
team. It's
Zeus
Atlas.
knows.
Pain.
Zeus knows how hard those games are, and like I don't know if you guys noticed, but the Trauma Team is actually the easiest game in the entire series.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. It is. Which is strange because I thought it'd be harder. It would be harder if you're using your hand instead of like a little stylus. But New Blood is on the Wii, and that's the hardest game of the trilogy.
Oh, the trilogy.
Is it?
I mean,
It's not.
it's kind of like
It's 4 games.
Yeah, it's 4 games, but like the first one is a remake of the DS original. Then we have Trauma Center New Blood, and then we have Trauma Center Under the Knife 2,
Two, yes.
which is sort of a continuation slash alternate continuity from New Blood. It's kind of weird to describe. And then the final one is Trauma Team.
Trauma Team. Yep, and sadly, Atlas has not decided to revisit that series, but I don't blame them when they got other moneymakers to do.
No, they have Persona 5 to milk, don't you know?
Yep, yep. Jeez.
Which is weird. Which is weird because Trauma Center was the first instance of when players will see characters that take the quote unquote Atlus look for their characters. You know, the characters that look like Persona characters.
Yeah.
That was the first. Yeah, the Trauma Center was originally the first game that saw this kind of new approach. It's not a Persona thing.
Yeah, but then once they found their niche art
It's like how Persona 3 basically was the jumping off point for every other Atlas RPG that was ever released. Basically being like Persona 3.
Yeah. And like the character designs that we have nowadays, that we can see nowadays with Trauma Center and from New Blood onward, those are thanks to fucking Persona.
All right. Well,
honestly though, I don't mind the design. I actually like the new design of the Trauma Center / Persona characters. I would prefer that 1,000 times over the old designs. I'm sorry, I just don't miss them anymore.
That's a fair opinion to have. It's like, well, it's studios. A lot of Japanese studios, like look at the Spike Chunsoft, how their art style evolved and then stabilized.
No, all I have to say is like look at the art from the first Trauma Center game.
Yeah.
And compare it to the fucking Trauma Center Under the Knife 2 renders. You can see a clear difference in design, and the latter looks more, owned by Atlus compared to the anime-like graphics that the original Trauma Center have.
Yeah.
So,
all right, so we're just gonna start. I'm sure Sonny will join us later.
By the way, thoughts on Phi being a twin of someone else? Since that was the big revelation we got on last time.
Oh my gosh.
And we start off with a decision too.
Yep. It's not even a decision, it's just, do you remember the birthday of Phi?
Yep. Memo. November 16th. Hey, that's actually not far from my birthday. Mine's on the 25th. Yeah, but I was pretty shocked that was going to be a huge reveal. No! It is!
I mean, who she's a twin of is kind of like, up in the air. But like,
it's just
probably...
Delta.
It's someone named Delta.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
Yeah.
It's not a choice, damn it.
The choice is whether you actually know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it opened.
Let's go.
Now, what timeline do you think Diana and Sigma ended up in?
The same one where... Oh, let me pause it.
What is this?
The same one where C-Team's dead, and it's only Q and Eric alive at this point. Because Phi's dead in this timeline. She burned to a crisp. And C-Team... Well, I can just check right now.
No. Phi burned to a crisp in the previous timeline.
Oh, her fate's unknown? Interesting.
I just noticed that the status doesn't have... more... I think that's another illusion that Q is actually Sean. Press the status button, Zeus.
Let's try opening one.
Well,
Zeus.
what's up?
Yeah.
Look at the status
Look
screen
at the
again.
status screen. Q doesn't have a picture.
No.
Much like the other ones.
So does
Yeah,
Q know that
that's
he's
another.
the one?
No, that's another illusion that Q is indeed somebody else.
Oh, you're right. So we could be
Yeah,
dealing
Sean
with
is not Q.
Yeah.
So we could be dealing with it at like the whole twist in VLR kind of where it's a determinate fate that K could be either this person or the other person depending on the timeline you're in.
Yeah, except VLR decided to say, haha, no matter what way you think about it, it's wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And in this game, they don't do that because they actually respect the player.
Oh, Eric's dead. Not Mira.
What?
Not
No.
dead.
Why?
Hey, Eric. Eric!
Oh, never mind.
Sigma. Diana. What's going on?
We traversed
We'll
the
explain
wards.
later. Can you move?
We broke the rules. Not really.
Oh, damn. My head really hurts.
Hey, Eric, would you mind telling me? How did you get here?
Huh. That was what I was going to say. How did you guys get into Ward Q?
Mm-hmm.
Ward Q? No. This is...
Well, let's just
Figure
open
it
the
out
rest
yet,
of these.
sis, or
The timeline, you mean?
no?
Give it a minute.
Where's Mira? That's the next question.
There's Sean.
Hello, robot.
Huh?
Who's this?
Oh, yeah. You haven't met him before.
Why is such a small child here?
Wearing some kind of weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you?
We're...
It's Diana and Sigma from D-Team.
Diana? And Sigma?
How do you not know us?
Wait, but
Oh,
how
you
did
do.
you get here?
Sorry. We'll explain later. I want to check the other pods first.
Hey,
No, sis, you were actually up to
Eric.
something.
what's going on?
Don't look at me. I have absolutely no idea.
In fact, you're getting a lot of revelations right now.
Mira. It's gotta be Mira. Is she alive? No, it's a body.
Hey kid, want to see that back?
This is...
No. Is this a joke?
Fine.
Yes, who?
Mira. Okay, cool. She had to be somewhere.
Mira?
So this is that timeline. She's
Mira?
dead.
What's wrong with Mira?
But he should know she's dead.
No! No! It's a trick!
Wait a minute.
Hey, Mira! Snap out of it!
Well, they might have been injected with the drug.
The
Please,
fucking
Mira,
markings on the neck,
wake up!
dumbass.
Yeah, it's
You
different.
see, his powers of simpery will bring her back with a $200,000 donation.
Hey, what about the other ones?
I know.
You want it to get better, don't you?
Oh.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
Someone from C Team. Oh.
This can't be. Even Akane.
Or Carlos kills Akane.
Don't die! You can't die!
Which means
She
Carlos.
died hours ago, dude. Shut up.
Yeah. This one's gotta be Junpei.
Please, no. No.
Or is it fine? Nah, with that reaction, probably fine. What the? Oh no! It was Junpei.
Oh my god!
Shit.
Junpei's right there! And there! and there,
Yeah.
and there.
And there's a little bit of him there, and on the wall, and on
also
the ceiling.
That's one of the most graphic things in this game. My God. Oh hey.
Okay, did you figure it out yet, Zeus, or do you want me to read the crayons?
What timeline are we in?
We invest.
Given the
I'll
bodies
look
we've already seen, which
Carlos.
team do you think got eliminated in the vote?
Well, it can't be C team because I've seen all these deaths happen. Because
We're on
they're
far first from roll.
because their heads should have been blown off. They had bombs if they were voted out. But if they were voted out, but clearly this isn't the case. So, but in the timeline where no one dies in the first round, then they're all subjected to the tests with the showers into the force quit box. But we're not in that timeline. People are dead in this timeline. So I remember from C Team Carlos shifted from the other timeline where Akane and Junpei were about to be killed by the Q robots. So I don't know if he's here yet, but I presume he is. So I think this is part of that timeline where that color shifted here. I thought Fi burned to a crisp, but I don't know where she is.
Also, haven't you noticed this? The status. You're reading it in your it's down right in your face right now.
What about the status? This all makes sense.
Sean is alive. So why is Q still classified as missing?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's something that we've already very much well established.
I know,
It's like,
I
yeah,
know,
Q is
I
not
know.
Sean. We
Investigated
get
the
it.
other pods.
I know, shut up.
You were unconscious.
At this point,
One
it
was
really
empty,
means nothing because of everything
the
else that
other
you're going to
three.
find out.
I mean, I am trying to allude to that
Don't.
fact that we already know
You shouldn't
because
You'll be lucky if you only faint if you see it.
I'm all right. I've calmed down quite a bit.
that doesn't
No.
mean that doesn't make you
It's
capable
not
of
really a
seeing
matter
it.
of being calm or not when it comes to this. The truth is beyond comprehension. Hey, what are you doing?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to show her.
Hey, stop!
So, who got eliminated in the vote?
D
DT.
I
team.
knew it.
You knew?
Hey, what did you mean by that?
Oh, this is the timeline where they used the transporter.
Right.
So-
now you understand.
The transporter. This is the cloned copies from I forget where. I don't know. I'm trying to remember where that.
These are the copies from the timeline where Fi burned to a crisp, and then they, that Sigma and Diana spent a long time together and made another Fi.
Yeah. So technically a second D team, and this makes more sense.
Well, two members of D Team.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you told them about transporting Sigma?
No, not yet.
I see.
Transporter? What the hell are you talking about?
There's this machine. You can transport physical data through space-time.
What's she talking about?
Sigma. Do you remember all of the blood in the healing room? I think that may have been our blood in there.
And by
These
maybe,
are
I mean definitely.
Our bodies lying here. From this history.
You don't mean to say we were executed because of the 1330 vote?
I think so.
What? Oh my god.
The transporter worked.
It was all for nothing. We transported to find a history where Phi existed.
Hey! What the hell is this nonsense you're going on about?
Well, I mean, what did you think was going to happen when you first ran a button?
Answer me, Diana! I said answer me!
Just calm down.
Calm down? Calm down? My girlfriend's been murdered! How the hell am I gonna calm down?
Oh no. Our best friend.
How do you like your dead bodies?
I am a fountain now.
Oh, they don't show that here.
Yet.
There's the fountain. Again, this is so stupid. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, how else did you expect them to do that with a low budget, though?
I don't expect them. I don't expect them to fucking do a huge fucking to turn our necks into a fucking sprinkler system. Like, dude,
I don't
come
know
on.
what kind. No, that's a hose. I don't know what sprinkler system you use, but that's not the kind of water system that you see coming out of it.
What did we just watch?
Where is Carlos, by the way?
It's probably shipped at Carlos.
Now announcing the current casualties. C-Team, Akane, Junpei. Q-Team, Mira. D-Team, Diana, Vi, Sigma. These 6 are now deceased.
Someone can escape.
As a result, 6 X-Passes will be revealed. June, Jump, Virgin, Blue,
Ouch.
Red.
Virgin.
Yeah, who do you think that is?
Shut up.
6 passwords.
Then that means...
Uh-huh.
Damn! Carlos is going to beat us!
I don't care about that. I just want to simp over my dead girlfriend, who's a serial killer.
I'm gonna bring her dead body out in the real world, and then I'll bring her back to life.
No, I just like the
How are we gonna
fucking...
do that?
No,
I don't
just-
know, but I will.
Ward D.
No, I just like the delivery of that line.
Ward D?
It's gonna beat us!
Diana? Sigma? How did you guys get here?
Carlos.
Oh right, no bracelets, so
And you're-
not unconscious.
Don't move!
Huh?
Drop it!
What? My axe?
Exactly.
I think there's a misunderstanding.
Just shut up and toss it away!
Okay.
Carlos, your injury.
Akane did this.
Akane?
Well, I didn't see her do it myself. It's a long story.
Hey, look at that. Over there.
Hey, literally
X-Pass
anything
input
else.
devices.
Acid?
No, Eric
No.
shot it with a shotgun.
Oh, you're right.
That
Like an
means
idiot.
the X door won't...
Did you do that with the axe?
Why? Look again.
It's
Just look
been
at how there are
shot,
bullet holes
dumbass!
everywhere.
Then who did this?
Eric.
I did.
Eric!
It's hazy. But I remember. What happened before I was put to sleep. That's how I knew. There was a shotgun in the pod room.
Eric, don't be rash.
Rash?
I'm telling you, drop the gun.
Sorry, but I can't do that. I have to make sure. I shoot the one who did it. Shoot who did it? I know it has to be one of you who killed my Mira. Spit it out!
Not this again.
I'll spare the others, if you do.
Hey, wait. Are you gonna...
Know how you can be sure to win at horse racing? You bet on all of them. One of
And
them
lose a tenth,
has to
and
cross
only
the
gain a
line
tenth of your
first.
money back.
Same concept. If no one admits it, then I'll kill everyone here.
Really?
That way, I'll know for sure I got them.
Then does that mean you don't believe me and Sigma?
You kidding? Your whole existence is suspicious. You guys must be some sort of fake Diana and Sigma.
What? That's absurd.
You're the ones being absolutely ridiculous!
Yeah, says the one with the
Zooming
infinite
through
ammo shotgun.
space-time? Ha! Don't make make me laugh. If you're gonna lie,
He's not even wearing the
come
solid
up with
snake
something
bandana.
better.
We're not making it up.
Don't lie! You're the ones who killed Mira!
We didn't!
Then who the hell was it then?
Okay, hold on. Calm down.
So, Carlos, you're finally admitting it.
No, it
I
wasn't
don't have
you.
a gun.
You did it!
Dumb. I know you were the one who killed Akane.
Eric has now
We
turned
all
to
saw
Clover
the
from
footage
BLR.
earlier. So,
Yeah, the
not gonna
bad
deny
one.
it?
Yeah.
It's true, I may have killed her.
May?
Even if I did, I mean, it wasn't what I did right now.
What are you even talking about?
I doubt you'd believe me if I explained it.
Go ahead and try me.
I'm not
It is
here.
Shifted from another timeline.
It is shifted, Carlos.
Did you just say shift?
So, does that mean you transported here too?
No, that's not it. The two are fundamentally different.
Cut it out!
Anyway,
I am
science
so
explanation.
sick of this shit! We all know for a fact that Carlos killed Akane. So, I bet the one who killed Junpei and the one who killed Mira too.
No way! I had nothing to do with the two of them.
How do you know that? Your memory was
Besides,
wiped.
How in the world could I kill Mira? I'm part of C-Team. I was limited to the space in Ward C. And Mira was...
A member of Q-Team.
right. There's no way I could have killed her.
Wait, aren't we in Ward D? We just walked right over into another ward.
There has to be some kind of secret door.
We just stepped right through it.
I'm not really sure that's what it is. I think we were...
Oh no, another dead end.
No.
It's already awfully late.
You remember the healing room, right?
The escape room, yeah. And there was a big
You
button.
remember the gimmick of changing around all the
Could
backgrounds?
you do something for me, Eric?
Yes. Did
Please
we?
shoot at the wall with that shotgun.
We didn't check all of them, right? There was only like
Just let it play out.
Keep
Why
that in
should
mind.
I?
Just
Is
do
all
it,
I'm gonna say.
please.
disguised walls.
Okay, fine.
Huh?
So, it's called the Door of Truth. How about you actually learn the truth now?
This is...
You're kidding me.
The wall.
Not just the wall,
The whole everything.
the floor, the ceiling, the sofa and the tables.
I knew it. It's just like the healing room walls.
Oh.
Healing room?
What are you
Figure it
saying?
out yet, sis?
So we all really were.
The wards weren't divided, were they? That was just a trick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were on the same ward.
Which means
That's what I was alluding to. That's what I was alluding to.
And they're about to spend about at least 5 minutes explaining all of how that works.
in the same ward after all.
And how none of them could have figured it out.
Same ward.
No, maybe it's more like this shelter never had wards in the first place.
that's a good twist. I actually like this. This changes
Does anyone
everything.
have their map for Ward C and Ward Q?
Yeah.
I have ours.
Could you show me? First
Dog.
is the map for Ward C. And this is Ward Q. And this here is the map for Ward D. If you rotate the angles of all three of them,
Uh-huh.
And just to make it more convenient, we're going to use a 3D model.
They all fit together. Oh shit! Look at that.
It's like they were all the same one
Can't
in
believe
the
it.
first place.
You're saying the wards were next to each other?
The decontamination room, the prep room, and the lounge just looked different.
So they were all the same place?
This lounge was shared by members of all 3 teams.
But then, how did we never bump into each other at some point?
Yeah.
True. We all should have been right here for the vote at 1330.
I think that was because of this thing here.
The bracelet.
The times were off?
Carlos, where's yours?
I've got it.
It's in my pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think I can keep it on my arm?
Can't.
I'll explain later. So what about my bracelet?
Could you check your current time?
It says 23:23.
Different times.
Now, let's have you two check.
They woke up at different times.
Huh?
Yeah!
My bracelet says it's 21:23.
So they're all
What is
asleep,
mine?
Finally.
and everyone's walking
Sigma
around.
Eye.
They can't possibly run into each other.
It's like I thought.
1923.
Which one is the right time?
That isn't really important right now. The fact that the displayed time is different for each team is what's important. How about we use C team's time as a base? That would mean Q team is 2 hours behind, and D team is 4 hours behind. The bracelets have a built-in time lag. In other words, Q team didn't vote at 1330, but
At 15:30 instead?
yes,
And then D team voted at 1730.
So you're saying the 3 teams were never awake at the same times?
Yeah, when one team was awake, the other 2 were sleeping.
That's the purpose of it.
Inside the pods.
So, that's why none of the teams ever saw each other.
that's all I figured out. But looking at these times, I realized something else.
What's that?
The sleeping drugs in the bracelets for Sigma and I are gonna be injected soon.
How could I forget
Ruh-roh.
the 90-minute active time?
Oh boy.
But if that's right, then your memories.
Oh, you'll forget everything that just happened.
Not good. What can we do?
Don't worry. I have an idea.
Quick, let's go transport ourselves again. Diana, that's not gonna work.
But
Wow, this is the
Oh yeah, the other teams
transporter
also
room?
haven't seen this, so
Yes.
yeah, transporter room.
It's just like what I said on our way over.
but this is
You
inactive.
think this will work?
We won't know until we try.
Not in this timeline.
Let's try using what I gave you earlier.
So, we don't have to do anything right now.
Right. If we go by Zero's schedule, Q team should already be asleep.
It's time.
Now, it's time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant
Now, Sigma!
Got it.
dreams.
Whoa, what did they put in there?
I think it must have worked.
Woohoo! That card thing stops the injection from the bracelet.
Hey,
Wait, where did they get the cards? I'm sorry.
They were part of the puzzle of the
What is that?
transporter room.
Got it.
I'll show you. It's not man-made. Some sort of alien intelligence created it.
I am so fucking
Well, not that
angry
you'd
with the
believe me if I
ZeusPegasus13
told you
fandom.
that.
Yeah, alien tech, I guess.
No, it's not the.
Remember the textbook definition of alien because the Zero Escape fandom didn't. And that's
Yeah.
the problem.
Oh, wow. That's it. So we're just... Now I gotta figure out where to go next. Oh. Wait, here? No, I don't want to go up there. Wards and times. Yeah, so we've already done that. But I can't access that. Locked. What if I go to... Fragments. Maybe I'll find something. That's new.
Yes, of course it's new. It has a bright flashing new next to it.
Yep. Nope. Nope. Let's continue Carlos's story.
With a one block piece of the timeline.
Get back. Oh, yeah, right where we left off.
I get the whole location and time part. We were never really separated, but trapped in the same ward from the start. Time, on the other hand, was the reverse. We weren't awake and moving all at the same time, but at separate times. So what? That just means I doubt you even more now. With this, your alibis are completely gone.
Uh-oh.
If we were in the same places, but at different times,
Whoa.
then anyone could have done it.
Whoever killed Mira and Junpei is one of us.
Yes, exactly. The most suspicious are you two, Diana and Sigma. Though I guess alibis aren't necessary for you guys. Being fakes, you could move around since the rules wouldn't have applied to you.
Please stop! I already told you before that neither one of us are fakes.
We transported to this timeline via that device over there.
Go ahead and turn it on then.
No.
Well,
Okay, give us 10 months.
We can't.
And why not?
after the transporter has been used once, it won't work for a while.
It takes at least 10 months for the energy to fully charge again.
Would you cut that shit out?
Wait. If you use it, it won't work for 10 months? So, if it's never been used, it'll definitely run, right?
Correct. Different time.
Oh no, Carlos is getting an idea.
What are you plotting? Hey, this doesn't change the fact that you're still among the suspects. Well,
Among Us.
there's no question it's you. We all know you killed Akane. We saw the video footage of you doing it.
Like I said before, I wasn't the one you saw kill Akane.
That was a different me.
It was the me who was originally in this history.
Hey, asshole. Go ahead. Go ahead and spout more crap. I'll shoot you.
This is also one of my
It's the truth, I
favorite
swear.
Carlos moments coming up.
That face.
It seems like Akane and I
Someone
found
please clip that.
Junpei's
I
body
love that
in
face.
the entry in this history. Junpei's killer was unknown, but Akane assumed it was me.
And then cut off my bracelet and my arm too.
And that's how you lost your left hand?
I can show you the wound if you still doubt me.
How about no?
So, you're saying it was all in self-defense?
You attacked Akane because she was about to kill you.
Hey, isn't that enough,
Yeah,
Eric?
the camera conveniently
Could
left
you
out the
please
chainsaw that
pretend the
Akane was
gun
holding.
for a second?
He's different from how he was in the other history. There was something off about him then, but...
Yeah. We
Thank
saw
you.
that.
This game explains itself better than the fucking last game.
It
Fine.
actually has
Why don't you
reasons
just
for each
show
thing
me
it
this
explains
shit
instead of
thing
just,
you're
oh yeah,
claiming you can
we didn't think this through and we had to come up with something last minute.
All right.
Which is 90%
Wait.
VLR.
You're going back?
I'd like to check something before I do, though. Diana, how exactly do you use this transporter device?
But It won't work for 10 months.
I know. I'm asking if we were to use it.
Solve the escape room, then do this.
Well, there are these slots. You need to put the cards in the right order. The nucleus will turn on. And then...
Okay, I got it. Thanks. Sorry to make you wait, Eric.
Taking me for a fool.
Kill me.
I have to save them. I need to go save Akane and Junpei.
What the hell? But they're already...
Yes, they're dead in this history. But they're still alive in the other one. So I'm going back to save them. It's something that only I can do.
I told you. Next time you talked crap, I'd up and shoot you.
Good, then you can shit.
Then do it.
Huh?
You heard me. Shoot me.
I told you earlier, didn't I? Our lives have to be in danger for our shift ability to manifest.
Don't worry. I won't die. Even if this body is destroyed, my consciousness will be...
Had enough of your shit.
Yeah, same. Same, to be honest.
I would laugh if it didn't work.
No! Carlos!
No! No!
Even I won't die. Why did you have to say it like that?
It's
But
okay.
now-
You might kill me, but I'm not gonna be dead.
Where did Carlos go? Oh, wait. Oh.
Yeah, now it's time for the C-Team segment.
Well, technically, this has been mostly C-Team, with only the D-Team interrupting by the Door of Truth.
And Q-Team, too.
Yeah. So now we're back to last stream, where we had this dire situation.
What?
Dodge!
Right into the walls. It's funny how a little trauma like that destroys the whole illusion. But that's all it takes. So much for fail-safes.
I mean, nobody thought I'd take the mission of fucking...
kidding me.
No.
What is this?
Explanations can wait. We should get going before he starts moving.
You say that, but where?
That door. There's a device on the other side. It can get us out of this mess. Let's go.
But who's going to be transported? And where would they transport to?
Oh, I get it now.
Huh. The three wards all overlapped each other. Who knew?
And I think I figured out the transporter more or less.
So, where's our destination?
I don't know, can you read it?
It appears as if you finally arrived.
Uh-oh.
0.
Oh.
Where are you?
Let me make one thing clear for you. I no longer exist in this world.
Huh?
In the current history, I was executed by one among you, your fellow teammate, Carlos.
What?
As such, I will be unable to...
Excuse me. One of them is actually 0 at this point.
So someone in Q-Team is 0.
Yeah.
answer any of your questions.
I wonder who.
You are speaking to a recording. If you are desperate for answers, I suggest finding me where I am alive. Unfortunately, in that history, our possessions are reversed, and the three of you are dead. But if you do come, I will share vital information. I'll be waiting to meet with you.
Your coffins are waiting. They are double
The
sized
history
just for you.
when we
Oh,
died?
great.
Damn it! Where is that? Could it be?
Where you're all voted out.
I know. It's the one where we were executed.
What?
Then how the hell do we even jump to that history? We can't shift there if our bodies are already dead.
Nope. Because
so
D-Team...
that's it. We're
Yep.
going to transport.
So Carlos and somebody else is going to
If
transport.
we pull this lever,
Oh no!
He's...
Penalty. Penalty. Time to exterminate.
go ahead, Akane. Junpei.
Huh?
What are you saying?
Transport.
It only works with one person in each. At least that's what Diana told me. So no matter what, we can only transport 2 people at once. What are you guys doing? Go now!
What?
Don't just shift.
I'll definitely
Again.
catch up with you. I promise.
How many
Trust
times
me.
now? 4 times?
After the
I think that's what
transport
he's
is
doing.
used once, it won't work for a while.
We'll hold you to it.
I promise. I've never broken one before, and I won't now.
We're counting on you, Carlos.
Bye, guys. You're not really going anywhere.
By the way, once you see the ending for C-Team, I want you to open up the greater timeline, and I'll guide you over where
Carlos jumped.
every place that this one Carlos has been.
Sure.
Because it is a trip and a half.
Well, the bodies here are in for a rude awakening. It's like, wait, we didn't transport. We're still here with you, Carlos.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you
Just
that.
to be murdered by the little robot.
Are they gone?
Yep, time to die.
Oh man. Oh, this is bad. This rate.
Also, welcome down to the stream.
Don't give up on me, Carlos.
Oh, Maria. Is that you?
I heard you calling out,
Maria.
so
Maria. Maria.
You know I'll be waiting for you. I'll never stop waiting. So,
Yeah, you're right.
Please cure me of reverie disease. Thank you.
There's no way I'm gonna die here. I can't die here.
Man, Carlos really sucks at fucking.
Oh, now it's broken. Good job.
Well,
It's like I
now-
said before, Carlos
Guess I can't
takes
use this thing
calculated
anymore.
risks, but he failed
Well,
basic arithmetic.
Wouldn't have worked for 10 months anyways, so doesn't matter. What do I do now? The place they transported to. How do I get to the history where we were executed? It's as Junpei said, my body's dead there, so I can't shift. Wait a minute.
But
Then
Then where can we shift?
what the?
Before this thing blows up.
I don't understand.
What's
Not good. No, wait. This isn't bad. This is actually
wow, you're so
It's
open
my
to
cue.
death. Well, everyone dies now, so Junpei Akane dies in the pod.
Man,
Now, how
Man,
is Fi gonna feel about that once she wakes up eventually? Because she's still alive in that timeline. And it's just never addressed.
Carlos, where are we going to now? Let's go! Oh God!
Oh, don't worry, we're skipping a step, which I will go over once we get to the end of this, because.
So I should go here then, for sure. Yeah, I'll go here.
Carlos isn't coming.
Wait, what? What is he doing? He promised he'd come. Maybe he's...
Don't say it.
I'm going to go check in the lounge.
Hey, Junpei!
Nope, everyone's still unknown here.
Wait, this is Ward D? Wait, what the hell is...
Can you tell what timeline
What
they're in?
happened?
Junpei's already forgotten information that he learned 5 minutes ago.
I know, right?
Yeah. If that's blocked off.
Oh, I better get Akane.
That's the timeline where, Sigma loses his arms, right? And escapes?
My guess is that something exploded.
Exploded?
A bomb went off in the decontamination room.
That timeline.
Who'd do that? Unauthorized
I
escape.
need you to think faster.
Do you get it? D-Team set the bomb.
Oh, and that's how the ceiling collapsed in that room.
Where's Q in this timeline?
But why is it now completely buried in sand?
The ceiling probably gave in a little while after they escaped.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it's 0.
The history where I'm alive and you are dead. Seems you found your way here safely.
0.
As promised,
Yes, that is me.
the important information.
But that means that would presume Q is 0 at that point. The real identity of Q.
Then who is Q?
First,
Yeah, but who is Q?
Akane,
Delta.
the
Who else?
history you find yourself in.
Well, at the very least, it's not as stupid as I thought.
What? No!
And he just got the revelation just in time as Comet just as Serenity just got here.
Hey, Serenity, welcome.
The pandemic is
You okay?
I didn't tell me.
We have gotten in.
spreading all
We have
over
headed back into the VLR timeline. You want to know how I can tell? Junpei forgot information he learned 5 minutes ago.
It has to be.
The quality of the writing immediately dropped as soon as we got close to VLR.
Free the Soul's plan is progressing.
Oh, there's that name again.
Then that's gotta mean
Don't worry,
you're that
this is all
close.
that they will mean.
Correct. I am the founder of Free the Soul.
Uh-oh.
Many call me brother.
Brother.
You bastard! Thanks to your shitty dream, 6 billion people will...
Don't be mistaken. If we do nothing now and let time pass, an even worse future awaits. A religious fanatic will trigger a nuclear war with a terrorist attack.
What?
8 billion. All of mankind will perish. Unfortunately, the fanatic's identity is unknown. Therefore, I decided to kill 6 billion people.
Why?
The whole Eric mentality.
So, I will have a 75% chance that they are among the virus's casualties.
Jeez.
To tell the truth, history has proven me right.
So, to kill one person, you'll sacrifice 6 billion?
And there's that not in context.
And that's how you used Radical 6.
You don't believe that's the ethical choice?
What? Of course I don't!
Is that all you think human lives are worth? Do you feel nothing as you kill off a whole bunch of innocent people?
I mean, so long as they aren't me.
A way of life.
Life's just unfair.
Sinner or innocent, people will die or be killed in an unjust manner. Like your parents, Akane Kurashiki.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Your father was sentenced to death for a crime he didn't commit. In grief, your mother killed herself.
No, that's wrong! My parents were involved in an accident.
You were likely told that, but it is a lie. What I shared just now is the truth.
No!
Think about it. If your father hadn't been falsely accused, how different your life would have been. You'd never have been involved in that child abduction case 10 years ago. And clearly, the incident a year ago would not have happened either. And of course, Junpei. The path you've walked during your life would have been completely different too. The smallest things have a drastic effect on a person's life. As I said, that's just the way it is.
But that doesn't mean that you have free reign to just mess with the lives of people like that.
Only God decides who lives and who dies.
Okay, this game now.
To think you
Wow.
of all people would invoke God.
Invoke God.
Very well. I will let you see the true God that we believe in. You, of course, see the clothing laying on the bar counter. The evening of April 12th, 2029. Wear those.
The same robes that Snake was wearing.
Dummy, the same robes that Akane was wearing.
I was about to point that out. It's the same robes that
no
both
way
of them
I'd
were
ever
wearing,
go.
which is a nice way to retroactively tie 999 back into this.
Most definitely come.
Yeah, because we lost.
Whether
that
it's
plot-
necessary or not is a different story, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
because
nice
we lost
step either way.
If you
Yeah, because we lost that plot that generations ago.
Just watch. I'll get out soon.
Of course we will. Diana's bringing back a rescue team.
Do they even have any reason to believe that the two of you are alive?
That's true.
If there is no rescue, then the remainder of your lives will carry out at this sacred site.
Sacred site?
This is the sacred site where the birth of Brother, founder of Free the Soul, occurred.
Are you saying
In
you were
case you haven't
born
figured
here?
it out yet.
Yeah.
Yes, but raised elsewhere. The moment we were born, we were transferred to the past via the transporter. Back to April 1904.
1904?
Wait. Did you just say we?
Yes,
Gross.
Do you
Our
mean
important
your
future.
little brother?
it's true. I had a younger brother, but
Oh my god.
related by blood. He was the son of the couple who raised me.
Then
Let me clarify. My we is referring to my younger sister. You know this person very well.
Zeus, please, 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 stop
I've
it.
spoken too long.
Uh-huh.
I will impart to you something very important. The spell to open Pandora's box. Oh dear.
Vivi Hody.
Remember these words well.
That's weird, but okay.
Shut up, you holy.
I hope I spelled it right.
I said shut up, you hoe. D.
Oh, HOE?
Very rare. Oh, yeah.
Now I got it, Hodai.
Well, tell me how you really feel.
I want to fucking kill Zeus right now. I am going to fucking kill this man.
Vive Hodai. Yeah!
Wait, ODA?
Vive la vida loca.
Live for today.
Eh, close enough.
No, I'm going to enjoy a visit to Hawaii before the virus reaches there.
You didn't realize that 75% of the population dying is still a bad thing, right?
Yeah. So.
It's better than 100%.
This is open the box, I think.
That's not okay. That's
I wonder
stupid.
what's happened to Carlos.
Maybe he won't be coming.
Why would you say that?
Maybe nobody's going to come to save us. Like Zero said, Diana and the others probably don't know we're alive in here. It'll just be us two, in this place, forever.
No, I think there's someone else. Or maybe more like something.
A dog?
Dog!
Gab!
Oh, I'm glad you're safe.
Hey, look. Isn't there something in his collar?
This is... anagram?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Oh yeah,
when
this
you
thing that you nearly
rearrange the
forgot you were
letters
gonna
of a word
reuse
or
multiple times
phrase.
in VLR.
But we need to know the sentence to work from.
The original sentence, huh? Oh, hey, Akane, do you remember the Ward C Lounge?
Yes.
What did it say on the wall?
I think it was... let the game end where I treat two.
Can we make any other phrases using all the letters from that?
Don't make me do it.
Gab is just such a
Well,
patient
it's
dog.
not perfect, but together with me, we are 10. But if that's what it is, there are leftover letters.
How many?
5 extra letters. L, D,
Delta!
The
Yay!
thing
In
is,
case you
I
really
don't know
haven't
what
figured it
word
out
I
yet.
can make out of them.
But what could "together with me, we are 10" mean?
There's only 9 people here.
Could be saying, if you are with me, then there are 10 of us.
A 10th member. Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of other ways to read. Where are you going, Junpei?
Hey, why isn't Q on this board?
Why? Well, because he's not dead.
Wait, he's still alive?
I think so.
Huh, Q is alive. We are 10.
You can really tell this is the VLR timeline with how long it's taking them to figure this out.
Figure what out?
There's a 10th member and it's Q.
Wait, yeah, we haven't revealed.
No, it says we are 10.
But Zeus already figured it out.
Yeah.
How did Zeus? Wait, hold on. He did?
The status.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, by the status.
It was while you weren't here.
Yeah, we kind of. He kind of figured it out himself. So don't worry.
Oh, the rescue team. Nice.
Yeah, a rescue team of 1 in a firefighter's outfit.
Sorry about the wait. Well, I guess I was the one who waited. I promised, didn't I?
Carlos!
I'll come back for you.
How?
Wait, are you?
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
Man, this
Akane, I'm here to save you.
man, this game makes me wish that makes me wish that Carlos was involved in BLR. He would have made this a less painful experience.
Who
He
would you
is
replace?
just in the background.
Wait, that's an ending?
Wait, how did? Wait, why was Zeus looking at the status?
Just to confirm. Because in Door to the Truth.
He entered the door of truth and needed to remember where he left off.
Yeah, I had to remember that timeline.
Yeah.
So, we found out pretty much all the dead bodies, but including D-Team, because D-Team was executing that timeline. So, with Q being alive, but we know Q, in that timeline, is not Sean. So, there has to be...
Wait, hold on. How do we come to the conclusion that Q isn't Sean?
No, he noticed that the status screen, when the game was saying
Saw boy alive. Q was still question mark.
Yeah. For reasons.
and from then on, we just unraveled the plot from there.
Felt like
Wait, I'm lost on how we drew certain conclusions here.
It basically, Zeus figured out, okay, Q isn't Sean, despite the fact that Sean is here, so he must be somebody else.
Yeah, how did we jump that? How did we jump from that conclusion?
Basically, the game was not only from the delivery in the fucking transporter room that
He acted different, basically.
Yeah.
So different.
Yeah.
Acted different? How do you act different?
Okay. Can we not? We need to get back on track, please.
We have credits to talk over, you idiot.
Credits to talk over. I want to know how.
Serene's about to murder
how do we
you
jump
two.
from conclusions here because this sounds like a massive leap in logic.
No, I said like he figured it out on his own. I just don't know how to explain it.
Oh god.
Well, Zeus should know how to explain it.
Come on, Zeus.
Start from step 1. Okay, well technically step 3, since we've already seen the ending where it's like, oh yeah, the robot boy is Sean a long time ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
we're gonna be here a while.
There was that timeline.
It's okay, credits take long.
Actually, no, screw it. You guys just kind of took one thing I said. I noticed something was off with Q, and you went from there. And that was basically all I said. That Q was acting a little weird. I checked the status screen, and he was still his fate was still unknown, which is weird because he's right there walking among us. So who is Q? Where is Q? Why are they different people? Why are they acting differently? So the 10th man.
From there,
Wait,
we
how
started...
is Q acting weird?
Q was acting. I need to watch the scene again.
No. I think what you mean, Sis, is the fact that acting weird, quote unquote, translates to the fact that the game was acting like the game, like you didn't know where Q was, despite the fact that Q was supposed to be right there, which is Sean.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I think you went to that conclusion, but yeah, but basically the status screen confirmed, or the status screen brought doubt. It didn't really confirm anything. It just said, "Oh, Q's supposed to be alive," but the status screen does not say alive here, which is extremely weird. Because normally it updates. So I'm not sure if that was an oversight that led to that discussion or not.
Yeah.
But
and from there, basically, I told
This
him.
happened during the confrontation in the transporter room.
Yeah.
Oh,
that would have to be an oversight on the game's part.
So,
yeah.
Let me get this straight. You shifted to the history where you pushed the yellow button.
I can't leave with you guys.
Huh?
Remember how I said
made a
Carlos makes
promise
calculated
in another
risks, but he
history.
failed basic
But I'll
arithmetic?
definitely save you two.
Then you went back in time 10 months by activating the unused transporter?
So you guys would be able to transport to this history. I needed 10 months to charge the device again after I used it.
And then you just waited for a long time.
That's right.
You didn't think
These
of
men are
stopping
fucking
Zero's
idiots.
plan?
This
If I
man's
did
a
that,
fucking idiot.
then I couldn't have met you guys, right?
You're gonna have to explain the whole jumping thing after this
That
is
was
done.
one hell of a thing you did.
Huh?
Do you know what happened because of you? Mira and Eric died. Sigma lost his arms and an eye, and he's in the hospital!
That's not all. Zero said the first Radical 6 patients have left.
It's too late. We can't stop the spread of the virus.
What happened today is going to result in 6 billion people.
Whoa!
Man, what a fucking dumbass.
This is the end. I have to start over from the beginning.
Start over?
We'll start now and spend the next 45 years preparing for my plan.
And by that I mean making
have a
Sigma do all
plan?
the work.
In 45 years, I'm going to call Sigma and Phi's consciousnesses to the future. We must do it, or we can't save all those people.
I'll help you, Akane. Let me join Crash Keys, or whatever you're calling it.
I can't do that.
Why?
I'm going to need you to forget everything you know, Junpei.
What?
I'm really sorry.
The publishers demand it.
Did she have spare drugs?
Hey, Akane!
Man, fuck.
How'd she do that? Oh.
Fuck VLR. Fuck VLR, honestly.
No, you can't be.
That makes a lot of sense now.
Why?
Let's also just
Junpei,
completely ignore the
I
fact
will
that
never
that would
forget
actually
you.
need to activate on its own in order to inject the
please,
amnesia drug.
Forget me.
So when did
Because
that...
VLR's already forgotten a lot of its own plot points.
How did that thing
So
come off?
one more about it from ZTP is not gonna.
Oh wait,
it's just gonna
because
make
these
it
are,
bigger.
these are the transported people. So it doesn't transport the watch? Like
It did.
It would transport
They
the
just
watch.
turned off. They just detached from the body because they escaped the facility.
Gotcha.
You need to forget.
No. I don't want to.
Yes, turn into Temyoji. You must.
Forget. No matter.
Either that or Carlos
what
just forced it
happens,
off with the axe.
I won't. I won't.
Man, fuck VLR, dude. I
Akane.
really, I cannot believe that my hatred for this game just
Do what I
resurfaces
must
every
to
single
accomplish
time,
my
but
goals.
like
That is just how I
VLR
am.
fucked everything, and the fact
Even
that the
if
people,
that
that the
means
fan base
I
adores
must
it,
lose my
makes
life.
me steam even
I-
more. And
I
for such
swear
a
I'll
stupid
make the
reason
AB
too.
project a success.
Weren't you just in a timeline where doing it was a complete and catastrophic failure?
Completely murder characters. Completely bring the worst of every single character in this series. And my god, I just
CN
oh,
one. Oh, so
I hate it. I hate it.
There's
I hate VLR. Like this scene. Like, this is the first time I've seen this scene, by the way. This scene makes me loathe fucking Zero Escape VLR, because VLR has to be the worst piece of fiction I've ever read.
I have
and
questions.
not only that, this is made worse thanks to this fucking ending. Like, fuck VLR, man.
So,
honestly,
I disagree heavily, actually. I think that's actually one of the best endings in the game.
Question.
Yeah, what's up?
So are you telling me Akane knew about the AP project this whole time? Like, because we're in this time loop, she
Well,
retains
she's the one who
memories?
made the AP project.
Yeah, exactly.
But I thought it was...
Yeah, she just made Sigma do all her grunt work.
Okay.
Remember the ending of VLR where basically you
Where
find...
it's like, you were Zero the entire time, except not really, you were just the muscle.
Also, remember how Akane just was wearing the robe back then? There's the reason why, because she was already setting things into motion.
Also, they call it the apocalypse ending, or the ending where this leads directly into VLR, but it also relates to D Team escaping. So these endings occur simultaneously, kind of. D Team 1 happens first, and then C Team 1 happens.
Look at the greater flowchart again.
Okay, so
it looks a bit different now, by the way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks wider. Looks bigger between.
Because now it's accurate.
Because they reorganized the entire
times.
Yeah, they reorganized the entire flowchart based on when everyone's actually doing stuff.
Okay, so which is the part that matters to us?
So what I want to show you is where Carlos jumped to and from throughout all of this.
So where's our starting point? That was the
to the right one in the center there. That is Carlos's first real shift. No, left.
Yeah,
all the way at the bottom of this.
Ambidex's game, yep. The only time it occurred. And then they decide, oh, let's blow up the reactor so I can shift.
So that we can shift somewhere else. Then they went to the gambling room.
Yes.
Then they decided to basically do some convoluted stuff to get to one particular timeline within it where they both failed and succeeded, and then did more stuff there, and then they had Carlos shift out of there so that he could figure out what was going on. And where did he end up? He ended up in the timeline where Akane was murdered by Carlos.
Yeah.
And then you figured out what the transporter did, so then he jumped all the way into the timeline where everyone else died, just so he could copy himself. And presumably,
well, no, first he went back to the end of the Anthropic Principle routes that Akane and Junpei could get to the transporter.
By the robot.
The
And then he shifted into himself from the ending where they acided everyone, and then copied himself into the VLR timeline specifically so that he could free Akane and Junpei. Now, what I'd like to think happened, which would make this even funnier, is if Carlos actually did stop Zero in that one timeline, then he realized, wait a second, everything's gonna go wrong, and then he shifted back in time to fix it by actually letting Zero go through with his plan.
So he pressed the button that killed everyone so they could escape.
After he pressed the button, he was shifted into.
Gotcha. And then
Carlos would have made things so much better in VLR. But no, Serenity. The thing what I was meaning earlier wasn't that I don't think that this is one of the better endings or whatever, because again, it does give context to BLR. It does provide a fucking ending that I didn't want to see to Junpei and Akane, and everything else that's going on. What I hate is that this retroactively makes BLR worse, because again, all of this could have been prevented if the dumbass in charge didn't actually just let things happen, essentially.
Akane, you mean?
So, no, the Carlos. If Carlos, for example, stopped Phi and such from leaving or something like that, they still could have prevented the spread of Radical 6 from happening. So,
well, for that to happen, Carlos would need to know how Radical 6 got out.
I know.
Also, you run into a problem where the religious group was going to blow up the world, and everyone.
Yeah, I know exactly I know exactly what the problems are there. Don't worry, I do understand that. My issue is that it leads to VLR happening, and that's.
But the issue with VLR is that it exists.
Yeah, exactly. But it's because it ultimately leads to VLR, and again, the way this shit has to work, because essentially it's bringing up the worst out of every single one of the characters involved in this story, just to make VLR happen. And I'm like, No, that's not okay. That
To put it in Disney Pixar terms, they went from The Incredibles to The Incredibles 2.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right,
I wouldn't say the characters are the Boris is being brought out. The characters in this story, I feel like the way that ends with Junpei and Akane is,
No,
very
it's. I mean,
tragic and satisfying.
The part with the memory erasure, that's the only bit where I draw the line.
Yeah.
No, I actually disagree with that. Honestly,
So-
I like that part.
We need the memory erasure, or VLR doesn't make any sense because Temyoji.
I like the idea.
Exactly.
The
I
execution
do like
of
the
it is
yeah,
a bit
yeah,
off.
exactly. What Legon says it. Like the reason why people don't understand. The reason why I think that VLR is actually the worst of everything, especially because I keep saying that it's a character assassination, is because yes, the motivations, the way it does it, the way things work makes sense. It's just not something that I see in the characters. It's not something that I will see Junpei doing. It's not something that I will see Akane doing. Or at the very least, what I think that the characters that run those the characters that exist in there, do. It's not something that I see those characters specifically doing. That's why I keep saying. That's why I kept bringing that issue. That
You don't think that Akane would try to erase Junpei's memories to keep him out of the AB project?
Yeah, she had to.
At this point, considering what happened in the 999 and how much she just doesn't want that happen again, especially because after Junpei helped her indirectly before, yeah, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't. At this point, she would already know that he's a very invaluable source of information at the very least. So no, I don't see that happening. I'm sorry.
I don't agree. I think she would do everything she can. I think she would do everything she can to keep him out of harm's way.
Yep.
Until the time is right.
All right, we're back to here.
Well, we can discuss that
when we know everything.
Anyway, Carlos dared Eric to shoot him, and he did.
Let's get back to the good game.
Why?
Shut up! He was trying to make me look the fool. He probably figured I wouldn't shoot. Looks like he figured wrong.
No! No!
Double tap.
Cut that out, Eric.
No.
So Eric's fired 5 shots now in a two bullet shotgun.
This shotgun is endless.
Say already.
Yeah, it has infinite ammo.
There's
He
one
just
of
has
us.
He has a small snake figure, and it just has the infinite ammo bandana on it. It's just in his pocket the whole time.
Listen, Eric. He doesn't need to try to make you look the fool. You already do that.
You're gonna have to prove it.
Proof? I don't have any.
Then I'm killing you.
Wait! Please wait! I know. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
Maybe what?
Maybe if I take this helmet off, I think you'll understand then.
So, your face will prove your innocence? Fine. Take it off.
I never knew he could this whole time.
The number for this is... I think it's...
Oh, I don't have that number.
Yes, you do. You got it a while ago.
Oh, but I thought that was the Force Quit box code. I guess not. 6140-409.
4091. You erased the 1 somehow.
Oh shoot. 6140-4091. Well, let's get it wrong and see what happens. Just to get through this ending while Yule comes
Well, I
back.
mean, what do you think is going to happen?
Crap! I don't know!
You bastard! You're fucking with me, aren't you?
No blood still.
Oh, God.
That was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, that really feels like one of those we put this in out of obligation endings.
Yeah. Definitely one of the weaker game over endings. Alright, so let me actually get it right this time. 6109 for something, something, something.
No. Six 6140.
6140 4091. 4091?
Yep.
Hooray!
What did I miss, folks?
Nothing.
Q got shot again. Or I mean, Sean. Eric used to shot
again, alright?
It's not a robot?
What? Are you serious?
It can't be.
No, it's still a robot.
Still a robot.
No!
Dude, I'm pretty sure we already established that.
I'm a robot.
Not human.
Now give me my head back, please.
That makes you even
Yeah, I
more
needed to see.
suspicious.
No, it's because I'm not human that I can't be.
What do you mean?
Let me look more marketable first.
White.
Blood? It's white. Not red.
So what?
Remember how Mira had some skin and blood under her nails?
There you go.
Wait, well, I guess you wouldn't because of the memory loss, but
No, you're right. When I tried to revive Mira, I took a look at her.
then you realized, I think the skin and blood is that of the killer. Before Mira died, I think she did her best to resist.
I see. I suppose you're right then. You didn't kill her. But no. It doesn't change the fact that you existing is suspicious. I mean, come on. Why is a robot here?
Well, because Zero brought me in.
What the?
Zero created me so I could support him in this game.
That's not helping your case.
I knew it! Wait, Eric! Out of my way! I'm gonna kill him!
Please, just calm down, Eric!
Shut up!
If what he said is true, then he would be able to tell us who Zero is.
Oh. Okay.
Do you know? Fine. If you know, then tell me right now who the real Zero is. What's the name of the bastard who locked us up and forced us to take part in this messed up game?
Zero. Zero's name is...
Now, you could... Okay, so you're gonna put in the funny answer first.
Yep. How many times are we gonna get shot this time?
I knew it was you! Die!
Kill count for Q.
So like, do you guys think that they gave us this ending possibility because
This animation.
No, like, do you guys think that?
I'll just kill all of you!
Even the dog? You bastard. How dare you commit dog murder? Oh, no. Why 3 shots then?
He shot the air.
I'm coming to you, Mira.
And the air can bleed.
Everyone dies ending. It had to happen. Here we are.
Man, I can't believe that even when he has the answer staring right at his face, Zeus hasn't figured it out. But okay.
He shot Carlos again.
I can't believe you completely ignored him saying you're going for the funny answer
I need
first.
to shut the fuck up, Zeus.
No. Triple
I
tap.
can't believe you ignored the funny answer being the funny answer.
You have the answer. It's just that I'm not going to tell you because you decided to tell Eternity that I was the cause of your problems. Well, fuck you then. I won't cause you any more problems.
I can't believe you didn't notice the one bit of audio where it's like, man, I can't believe you chose the funny answer first instead of the real one.
Yeah. It was deliberate.
I've said that 3 times now.
No, I know that. Okay, who is it then?
But
It's Gab.
Is there like any Easter egg answers or nah? It's all the same, I guess.
I'm not sure.
There's answers for every character.
Yay!
Let's at least see the one for Gab.
Okay.
I still wonder.
It's the dog. The dog is 0.
I still wonder where the dog is coming from. Like, where's?
What the hell? Are you screwing with me? That's not funny!
What? But it's the funny answer!
Yeah, that's the real funny answer.
Yes. Boop. Eric. I'm just gonna accuse Eric again, I guess.
Mira is 0. She killed herself.
Or Mira, yeah, let's piss him off even further. Zero's already dead, okay? She's dead.
Oh man, this is gonna take a while.
Yeah, it won't be too long.
Yeah, it did last time. Last time Sean was at gunpoint.
Yeah,
I said Mira.
How dare you? You dare insult my angel? My Mira?
I didn't mean that.
Shut the hell up!
My angel!
Jesus Christ.
So fucking
I'm going
pathetic.
to join you in
Eric
heaven. No,
is
you're
the-
definitely going to the other place.
Eric is going to be the mythical tier 4 simp.
He's gonna be the tier 5 when the max is tier 4.
Yeah, I'm accusing you, buddy. You're the one killing everybody.
Me? So you're saying I'm 0? You fucking brat!
Damn. so blunt to the point. I can't believe they actually Yuchikoshi decided to give every possible answer or something. So, well, except Yuchikoshi, like that would be a funny Easter egg. It can fit in the box. But no.
No, what I find
You know what? Yeah, put in Uchikoshi if you can.
No, well, it's gonna be the same thing as last time. Like, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an error. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an error.
Alright, so
right.
Sigma.
Yeah, shoot Zero. He's right next to me. What?
Sigma, is that true?
Does it sound like it is?
I figured. You just threw out a name, didn't you?
that was so easy.
I hate that kind of person the most.
Sigma's like...
This is like, it makes sense here.
Yeah.
And Sigma, it still ends up dead. It's just like...
Everyone ends up dead.
Oh my goodness. It just takes that little convincing for Sigma.
Again,
what do you think?
Again, I'm just surprised. I'm just surprised that it doesn't throw an error screen like every other, like in the last season when it has a decision like this. They actually made endings for each of the answers.
I mean, this is the biggest decision before we get to real endgame.
Is that true, Diana?
I would never! How could you believe?
I figured. Did you just throw out
Again,
a random name?
so easy to sway Eric.
I hate that kind of person the most.
Yo, what about Carlos?
Yeah, the guy you just killed.
Lost to that.
Hey!
Like, you already got him. Good job, buddy. Good job.
Got that 0.
No, more like he just stares at the fucking corpse. Did you just throw a random name? Like,
come on, Carlos, admit that you did it. It just pokes him with the shotgun.
Alright, Carlos's turn. The mirror one's probably the funniest, though. But then again, they've all been pretty funny in their own way. Eric is such a clown.
Oh!
I hate
and your evidence?
Evidence?
Yeah. Tell me what makes you say that.
Well,
Have you seen him for the past half hour? Have you seen what he's been saying?
You randomly picked a name. Bastard!
Whoa.
I'm not gonna fall for it!
So wait, it doesn't count Carlos? Well, if you put out someone that doesn't exist.
Wait, what did you expect when you said the name of a person who died?
Yeah, I'm curious.
It's gonna be?
All right, last one. I'm gonna do 5.
Eric might be stupid, but he's not stupid enough to try and ask a corpse whether the person is right or wrong.
Except for Mira. Except for Mira, when we accuse her. Then he's like, no, sweet angel Mira. Can't allow that. Alright, fine. Last one. I anticipate it's gonna be the same thing.
Alright, sure.
Oh!
Yep. Yep. Alright, that's it.
You do realize that you can go back in the flowchart, right? We don't need to see the whole thing through.
Alright. Let's put in the real answer after I go grab some water. Be right back.
After these messages.
I'll murder Zeus.
No, you won't. That's Eric's job. He hasn't even named a shotgun.
Do you know? Fine. If you know, then tell me right now who the real Zero is. What's the name of the bastard who locked us up and forced us to take part in this messed up game?
Zero's name is...
Man. Sorry, do you guys see why the fandom hates this game or not?
Well, we're about to come up on the biggest reason.
Oh, really now? This is the reason.
You're just
I mean,
talking about
this is
the
one
Zero
of
reveal.
one of many, but this is one of the big reasons is Zero's identity.
This is actually one of my favorite parts of this.
But why? Okay, but why?
Because of how it's executed. I will admit, this is probably one of my least favorite parts of the game because I don't think it's very well executed. I don't think they give you enough information to figure out what they're about to reveal here.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, to be fair, he has been putting a fucking amazing performance as Zero. I'll be honest, he has.
Would you like to play a game? It's called Password.
Zero? The real Zero is...
Why are these smiling?
It's that guy.
You, Delta.
It's me.
Delta?
Yeah.
You point at the screen?
Delta?
I've heard that name before.
Yeah, me too.
You're the kid's
Oh,
father.
yeah. You guys wouldn't know. Because you transported into this history.
Oh, would you stop yapping, Sean? This old man's name is Q.
Old man.
There you
That's
go.
right.
That's what he was called at DCOM.
Yeah, I called him that. And Mira, she always called this man Q, too.
Then...
Me, the player? Huh?
Not exactly.
Technically...
Are they pulling this shit again?
Let me explain.
No, hang on. Zeus, don't worry.
Where was this guy this whole time?
I was here.
He
He's
was
been
there.
there the entire time.
From the beginning, Zeus. I gave you that illusion too.
Out of frame.
We were playing as Delta?
No,
Yeah.
you weren't.
This
You
guy
were playing
totally
as Carlos,
stood.
Diana, and...
Yeah, in like...
You're completely correct, Sean. My real name is Delta.
He spoke.
I thought you were supposed to be deaf.
That doesn't control my
Okay,
mouth.
and here we are. All of you will be living together here in the DCOM facility.
The old man in the wheelchair, too?
Uh-huh. His name is Q. It should be obvious, but he can't walk. What's more, he can't see or hear either.
Bullshit!
He can't hear.
Nope.
Yeah.
By the way, Zero
then
is voiced
why?
by DC Douglas. The same voice actor from
Strangers
Westworld.
living
I
together on
mentioned
Mars
that.
for an
Fuck
extended
off.
period of time.
You do not get to
What
pick it
kind of
away from me.
problems would
Glenn.
that bring? How would the subjects
It's
figure
a
out
reminder,
solutions to the
in the
resulting
end.
troublesome situations? According to the DCOM staff, that's what the experiment was trying to determine.
Like the chair-bound old man. Put us in a difficult position on purpose. To observe how we get out.
So, you're saying it...
Was all a lie.
And your eyes.
What in the... You don't look human.
This is...
Remember
There
that
are
one
a
escape room
large
with C-Team?
variety of security cameras in place
Which
throughout
one?
the shelter. A feed of
The one where
all
you had the gas
footage
mask
is
afterwards.
fed in,
Oh.
and they all appear there.
So, you used that to spy on us the whole time.
Yes, I did. However, it is limited to those histories where I am alive.
Alive?
Histories?
He's an expert too. Ooh.
Of course.
Give me my glasses back.
Bitch.
Hey, Sigma, go take off his clothes.
Huh?
That's so
awkward.
There is no need.
And the chat himself.
This is what you wanted to see, correct?
Yep. He's the murderer.
You bastard!
Hold on, don't do it, Eric!
If you shoot, we won't be able to ask him anything.
Oh.
So, was it you who killed
Did
Junpei
you forget
too?
that Sean was talking to nobody in that one ending?
The ending with Gab?
Actually, on multiple occasions in Q-Team, when it would pan to the camera and then the camera angle would change and it was focusing on Gab,
Yeah.
the twist here is that who they were actually talking to was Delta.
Gab the dog.
Just silent, sitting in the wheelchair. No, the camera panned to Gab to make you think they were talking to the dog like crazy people. But no, they were talking to the deaf person in the wheelchair like crazy people.
Oh, man.
No. Mira was the one
Everybody-
who did that.
Everybody in the cast just dismissed him as a person who was basically just in a...
Wait, so no one referred to Sean as cute ever? Ever in the whole
Nope.
game? You gotta be shitting me.
In fact, the biggest reveal. In fact, the biggest reveal happened in that transport room, like in the healing room, like when when Diana commented on Sean, she immediately pointed out.
You mean the
"How could
pod
they
room?"
bring-" Whatever, the pod room. When they went there, she asked, why would they bring a kid to something like this? Because they didn't even know that there was somebody like that. That should have raised an alarm for you, Zeus.
So when we see
One of
the
the-
robot get executed, it should have been the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah, exactly. Like
So the
for
one
all
guy-
intents and
guy in the
purposes.
wheelchair- the guy in the wheelchair also gets executed at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. In every ending, or in every timeline where Q-Team is the one voted out, all four of them blow up.
Yeah, he's a player.
And Sean's just replaced with another robot. Because,
Gotcha.
you know, we gotta have maintenance.
She was, in a sense, a collaborator. She was a necessary element of my plan.
Also explaining why
But
Mira never
it
actually
wasn't
closed
that
her
I
eyes
gave
in
her
quite
a
a few of the
specific
enemies.
set of orders. I simply let her roam free and do as she pleased. Oh, I did exempt her from the drug injections.
Mira never
Now
got
that
hit
is the
with the
bullshit.
drug.
Why'd you kill Mira?
She's a serial killer.
Yep.
The Heart Ripper.
The only good kill in this
Many
game.
innocent people lost their lives because of what she's done. I only gave her her due punishment.
What are you talking about? Stop bullshitting me!
It's the truth. In another history, you and Diana and Sigma were all murdered by her.
That's true.
Shut up! You're just making shit up! I will never believe you! There's no way my angelic Mira would ever...
The Twitch face is alive. What you're seeing now
Don't shoot!
is the truth.
We haven't asked him everything yet.
Shut up! I don't care! The X door will never open again!
It'll open.
Thanks to you.
Of course course it will.
What?
So, should we ask him how?
Right. The old man. Delta.
I thought you'd never ask.
I really have to... Later on, I need to, like, see some of these cutscenes in context again.
There's one in particular that you can actually go back to, because there's a fourth choice in the library.
Ah.
That was the thing that I was talking about by the way.
See.
I mean, there's multiple scenes that you can do it with.
We need this boy.
To see context, but
Sean.
still.
He needs to get direct access to the central
That's the easiest one because there's still something
Is
new
that
to
right?
see.
Yeah.
But
What?
to connect to it directly, I need to extend a cable from my neck and plug it
I need
into
to
the
take off my
console
head
jack
again.
that's inside. But, well,
It looks like the cover is shut.
yeah. We would need to open this first.
You
can't.
may want
What's
to
the
prepare
code?
your memo.
Code?
Don't play dumb. The code to open the damn cover.
It's 3808. 0832.
Can we trust them, or if that's for something else? It worked?
Now we just need to extend the cord and connect it.
And by we, I mean me.
Okay. It's ready.
That's some thick
Just wait a sec.
cables.
I'll open the extra.
Oh! What?
Why?
No! No! My hand just...
I have no more use for this history. There's only one thing left to do.
No! Wait! Don't...
Mind control? I mean, that Delta does not look human at all, even though he came from human parents.
Mom.
Yeah, you killed him.
I can picture Zeus and I going you at the same time, like the pony forms.
So, yeah, let's go kill my dad, but not mom. I don't get the... Huh?
What? What were you saying?
I don't get the age
You don't
difference
get
just
what?
yet. Delta's so old, but the time he should be as young as Phi, which is weird.
Oh. Isn't that already explained in the C-Team ending?
Well, it was kind of explained in the C-Team ending. There's a bit more to it.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so there's more to be explained later.
it came from within.
Oh, I thought we were going to go over more about how Q exists.
Oh, we're gonna talk more about the whole Q twist.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, the Q twist is kind of hard to wrap your head around. I
It
feel.
is like the camera work. So when we're playing Q team stuff, the camera is always behind Q or Delta.
Well, no, the camera in this game is never fixed in place. It's always all around the room. But
It's implied that
it's
the
always-
camera you're watching the game through is just one of the many security
Yeah.
cameras in the facility.
Got
yeah,
it.
the implication is that you're watching everything through Delta's eyes, and he's watching the security camera footage on those glasses.
Actually, I think the best way to explain it is the fixed, the fixed camera angles in a classic Resident Evil game. Except here, the fixed camera angles are someone else's perspective instead of just the way the camera is, because you're still controlling other characters.
Yeah, and then
you can actually see Delta's shadow in some of the scenes of Q Team. You
One
can
of the
see him
easiest,
like sitting off camera.
One of the quickest and easiest ones, I think, is the acid bathroom with Q Team.
Really?
Actually, no. I will confess that
You'll swallow, then talk.
I did.
So with Q Team,
I will confess
All the way on the
that.
left.
Curious.
I will contest that one of the easiest ones to see is the one where Sean is talking to Gab, because you can see the shadow
long are you
very
planning on doing?
evidently.
Bang all you want.
Damn it.
Just take a second, calm down. We need cool heads.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
I'm sorry.
You can skip a little
Do you
bit.
know?
Well,
But he could.
We need to get a
Maybe
wide
just
enough
a
shot
word.
that
Just
actually
kidding.
include
But
the
we
shadow.
Wow.
I was just.
Seems.
Is
Yeah. I still remember every detail. The sky.
Yeah, because he's about to go.
Oh, right there on the left?
Here, stop right there. Yeah, you can see the shadow of the wheelchair on the left.
Wow.
Pero con Pepsi, ¿no?
Anyway.
Yeah, this one is also another spot where you can easily see
A shadow.
Delta.
The shadow.
Delta's shadow.
I don't see it yet.
Not in this angle.
we aren't getting anywhere like this. If just one more person dies, one more person, one more, just one more.
At the very top? No, I can't tell.
Yeah, that is supposed to be him right up there at the top.
Entonces compro una de 3.
And it is a valid choice.
Oh boy.
It also explains why
really
Eric
sorry.
decided to use the grenade launcher on, instead of using Mira's gun, he used the grenade launcher to get both Sean and Delta.
Ah.
Yes.
Sean, you.
Out of all your choices, you killed.
Couldn't you get this ending before the others, the reveal?
You can, but why?
You can, but the question at that point is, are you gonna know who Delta is?
No, I guess not.
Another destiny.
Well, you would know. You could know.
I mean,
You can
would have
technically
to-
input that the very minute
You
you get to that scene.
Yeah, you can input Delta whenever you want. It's just that why would you input Delta before you know that Delta is even a character?
Yeah, that's like inputting pasta. It's like, oh yeah, sure. That's the option of who killed Mira. Pasta.
So it's not a bad ending, it's just perceptive ending. You kill Zero, congrats. Okay.
Yay.
Yes, you noticed that Zero was in the room with you the entire time.
So we have happy end, perceptive end, and a lot of game overs.
Yes, and people say that if you go back to the flowchart, you'll notice that that's a yellow ending along with the happy end. People say that those are the Sean endings as opposed to the Q endings.
Oh, so Sean gets 2 endings. That's interesting. Alright, so it's time to see if I can crack this code and open the Force Quit box.
Which code? Because there's multiple. Each team gets to see the Force Quit box.
Well, I have one thing, it's that phrase.
Let's at least start with C team.
Where is it?
It's the only one that doesn't have a red triangle in the top left corner.
Red triangle means complete, yeah?
Yep.
What?
Also, I'm genuinely curious, can you get to this point at the very beginning of the game and get to the true ending before seeing anything behind the door of truth?
You can get to the force quit box scenes before you do anything else.
Yeah, but can you input the codes for the force quit box and reach the true ending without even touching the door of truth?
If you know them.
Okay, so that's the speed run then.
Hey, it worked.
The thing is, though, like, obviously a new player is not going to know them.
Yeah, I'm talking more about in like a speed run type of sense.
What the hell is this?
Like you literally
It
just do
looks like
the
a
bare
device
minimum
of some
required to
kind.
get to the true ending.
Hey, look, something's appearing on the monitor.
To execute the force quit
That would be more of an
program,
any percent.
the central control computer must be booted.
Central control computer?
Wait, did we ever see something like that in here?
If there isn't, then we're out of luck.
Dead end, huh? Hey, Carlos, how did you know that password?
I'm not sure.
What?
I don't know how I knew.
This is just a guess, but...
Can you shift?
Carlos, did you possibly shift from another timeline?
Wait, shift?
Shift. Shift.
Oh yeah.
Right, caps lock.
Like that then.
Hey, come on, you're the only one to figure it...
Sorry, just... Could you be quiet for a second? I need to think about something.
I need to remember the whole plot. It's kind of confusing with all the alternate timelines. Oh, so 2 + 2 isn't fish.
I mean, this is Uchikoshi. Are you sure 2 + 2 isn't fish?
Not in this timeline.
You've been sitting here for an
Well,
hour,
in this
Carlos.
timeline, it's clean.
Could you maybe share what you've been thinking about?
In the true
wanna know?
ending, it's 4.
Yes.
I was thinking about you, Akane.
You?
Me?
You're, well, to be blunt, really hot.
Huh?
What?
We may never manage to make our way out of this shelter. You know what that means, right?
What?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure.
What the hell are you getting at, you asshole?
She's my waifu.
Oh, look. A Neanderthal is trying to block my way.
What? Wait, what the hell?
Carlos!
What?
No!
Are you what? The fuck?
Stop this!
Shut the fuck up! You bastard!
Ow.
Oh yeah, time to fight.
What the? Hey, wait up!
Hey, the
What
ambidextrous.
are you doing, Carlos?
I suppose I couldn't control myself.
You asshole!
What? Is that all you got?
What did you say?
That's the extent of your feelings for Akane? Huh?
Damn you!
That was a good one.
Wow, dude.
Oh, I can tell you're finally getting fired up over this.
Shut the fuck up! You fucking asshole!
Oh my god.
I'm gonna feel that in the morning.
Carlos, are you all right?
Yeah, that was nothing. Anyway. Hey, man. What do you say to a drink?
What?
To clean the slate between us. Come on.
Okay.
Man, this guy is an
This
idiot.
one'll work fine. Ah, damn it. I blame you for this, Junpei. My hands are all shaky after your brutal punches. Sorry, but could you guys help me clean this up?
What the hell?
Okay then.
Thanks,
Okay,
guys.
so where's that broom I got?
Sure.
Guys, it's almost time.
You're right.
Now it is time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
Yay! Now to do the one for Q Team.
We'll see if the password works, otherwise I'm kind of screwed.
Now announcing the current casualties. Presently, there are
0.
none. Please continue enjoying the decision game.
They're just messing with us.
Well, this is good, though. Now we know no one's died so far.
So far. You make it sound like somebody will die at some point.
Isn't that obvious? We're all human.
Oh, come on. There's no way I'm dying of old age here.
Oh,
Yeah, it's more like
but
starvation.
I guess the vote at 1330 went really well.
Sounds like everyone spread the votes out.
Wait, forget that for now. Look at your bracelets.
0, 0, 0.
That's a big time
3?
skip.
Not exactly a Happy New Year kind of mood, is it?
Yeah,
Well, I
there's
mean-
nothing to be happy about.
They
There
did
it
just
is.
go through all the stuff in the
The
acid
death
room.
count
too.
is 0.
Or
Oh,
decaf
yeah.
count.
That's plenty to be happy over. That being said, how about a celebratory shot?
They just forgot about all that.
Do you need to rub it in?
Oh, that's right. You're still a minor.
That's not what I meant at all.
His head. He's got a giant metal orb on his head, remember?
Oh, that thing. Well, don't you have some sort of mouth part to open?
No. Of course I don't. If it opened, it would have done that along... It's open.
What?
Huh?
Look, the box. The Force Quit box.
Let's check it out.
Aha!
Man's already forgot something important.
Why is it open?
That was the liver I filled
And
a
what's
few
up
hours
with
ago.
this weird device?
Huh, something's displayed on the monitor here.
It says, to execute the Force Quit program, the central control computer must be booted.
Central control computer?
What if... Maybe it's...
Where we just died at in Q Team 2. I think.
Hey! Where are you going?
Yep, this room.
Where are we?
The map says we're in...
the Quantum Computer Dome. The computers in here govern all the functions that run within the shelter.
Why do you know that?
I can't really tell you why, because I don't know.
What?
Anyway, I think they mean this when they say central control computer.
Well, good thing I put that code in.
What about that thing?
Wait, I feel like I'm remembering something. I know.
Know what?
The way you start up the system. First, we need to get the cover off.
1438
There's no way we can insert
3421.
the plug if we don't.
Really?
The plug?
Please, just shh. Huh, I think the number is...
Good thing we've seen this before.
Down, right?
Yep. 3808 0832.
You didn't. What you didn't.
3808.
38080832.
3808 0832.
You entered 3 again!
Stop entering 3.
3
3808.
808.
0808 32. There you go. Come on, just
What?
one more. There you go.
What did I put in last time?
You put in 3803.
You put in 3803.
How do you not know the
So I clicked 3 when I thought it was 2. Oh my god.
Plug here.
No, you clicked 3 when you thought it was 8.
I think
Damn it.
if we input the right numbers here.
What?
Wait. What do numbers for your head have anything to do with the plug for this?
I should just do it. You might get it then.
Stop avoiding the question.
Do you even know what should go there?
The numbers are,
A second lock. Wonderful.
Yeah, I don't really know why this lock exists, because you can't guess a cover number unless you know the help.
Yeah.
61404091. 61404091. I'm a robot.
¿Cómo?
Ya la última salsa que usted.
Ah, ok. Right. Gracias.
Are you kidding me? You're...
No, traigan un vaso de agua. No, pero grande.
And Delta's just sitting there. Okay, this is happening. Delta, where are you?
Thanks for getting my head back from the staircase, by the way.
Eric, it's been an hour. Would you just get used to it already?
How can I? I mean, it's a robot. For real? Could you maybe do something about it?
Is this better?
Yeah. Now the shape brings out your eyes.
So this doesn't freak you out or anything at all?
I could say the same to you.
Well, not much phases me.
I'm a psychopath.
You could have been a Martian for all I care.
Can I see your heart now?
I was surprised when I first found out. I thought my
Does a
heart
robot
was
even
in
have
my
a heart?
You don't have a heart.
We all know Mira would say no.
Hey, hold on. Did you say when you first found out?
I meant it happened to me before. In the past. In another history.
Another?
And for some reason this time Eric's
I
gonna believe
remembered
it.
everything. When I saw
Probably
what it
because Mira's
looked
still
like
alive.
earlier.
Yep. She's just taking the cell pretty well. But Sean would know because he's part of a supercomputer, so what we witness is all in the quantum computer. And it's now being transmitted here. Because he has no Esper powers.
You see, my brain isn't located in this head. My thought center is there, inside the quantum computer. That is where I think, perceive, and send command signals to this body. For example, when I raise my hand like this, it's simply receiving a command. Just like a remote-controlled toy. Did you know? A quantum state is one where all possibilities overlap and coexist. This quantum computer, then, is able to use this state and run, say, simulations A, B, and C simultaneously. Basically, my brain is an infinite number of worlds and possibilities. So I can use that framework and, well, jump between other histories.
Oh, there's no way.
And that's how a
And
non-expert
I could
does
do
it.
that.
You have to be a
But
robot or an
it's
Esper.
possible that you two might be undergoing the same thing.
No, he's still
There's
not an
a
Esper.
theory.
It's just that there's a way
Human
that
consciousness
Yeah,
but
may
I
be
guess
a
that's what
result
you
of
mentioned.
quantum
get
effects
The
that.
in the
quantum
brain.
computer has
It's
so many
called
possibilities
quantum
running that it
mind.
sees the
It's
possibilities
more or less
all at once.
suggesting a human brain is a form of quantum computer.
So it's technically
If a
not
specific set of
jumping
conditions are
the
met,
same way
then
other
you
people
too can.
like Espers do.
Jump to other
But
histories?
you get the idea.
This sounds like crazy talk.
You don't believe me?
Of course not.
Oh, I don't blame you. I guess I should explain everything then.
Do we have to?
Please? Start at the beginning.
Before I begin, I need to do one little thing.
What did you just do?
Just a little something.
He's hacking the feed to 480p.
And we don't see Sigma, we don't see Delta in an overhead shot. That's just...
Not in that room. No.
What does it say behind?
Nothing changed. Huh.
That we can see. But it looks like the message changed.
Yes, I started up the system earlier.
It says force quit program on standby. To initiate, 2 key items must be set. What does that even mean?
Wait, it seems like there's something else.
The key items are...
A mother's mementos?
Uh-huh.
I wonder what those could be.
I have an idea.
So, this is saying we need to find them?
Does that mean they're hidden around here somewhere?
Even if that's true, I don't think we have the time.
Sí.
Damn. Guess our time's up.
Sí. Póngala a ver.
Now it is time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past nights. Pleasant dreams.
Te dije que ya sabía. Te digo, Benji, también ya se acabó el agua. Pero mañana, no quien traiga el agua ahorita.
Alright. We got through 2 Force Quit scenes. There's still one more.
There's still one for D Team. Yes.
Interesting that we still have a hidden fragment for each of them.
There's still one hidden story fragment for each team.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll see what it is once you open the Force Quit box.
If I can, I hope I have what I need.
Oh, don't worry.
Now announcing the current casualties. Presently, there are none.
Yay!
Continue enjoying the decision game.
Hey, excuse me, but could we maybe call a cab? We have a lost child here.
Who are you talking about?
Well, best to get her home soon. Her mother must be worried. And
You know better than anyone that I don't have one.
good God.
0003?
We're in the new year now?
So it's no longer 2028, but
January 1st, 2029.
Our memories end after we voted at 1330.
now we're stuck with a 10-hour blank gap.
Were we really asleep that whole time?
We might have woken up several times since then, but we've only forgotten about it.
Yep.
Because of the drugs.
Hey look, the box.
Box?
The Force Quit box.
Alright, so I already have a Kanye question. It's already the new year,
Yes.
but it was already the new year for Q Team. If this is the same lounge, wouldn't they have bumped into one another? Or at least did they tamper with the
No,
watch?
the times displayed on the watches are all different.
The times displayed on the bracelets are all 2 hours apart. C Team is 2 hours behind Q Team, and Q Team is 2 hours behind D Team.
Yeah, so this is taking place 2 hours after Q Team's scene.
Okay, so on Q Team's watch, it'll actually be 2
Actually,
a.m.
technically, it's taking place.
2 a.m.
No, it's taking place half an hour after Q Team's scene.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's taking place half an hour after Q Team's scene ended.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I guess, if you don't open the Force Quit box in the other two, you'll just be met with a closed box, yeah?
No, it'll still be open, and you'll
Gotcha.
still hit this checkpoint.
Got it.
Why is it open?
No idea.
Because chronologically, it's always
displayed on
C
the
Team
monitor.
wakes up first, and then Q Team wakes up, and
Force
then D
Quit
Team wakes up.
program on standby.
Got it. D Team wakes
To
up, yeah.
initiate, 2 key items must be set. How about that?
Wait, think there's more to the message.
Each is a mother's memento. A mother's memento?
Diana, does any of that ring a bell for you?
No!
Hey, what's wrong?
My head! My head!
Esper powers awaken!
That can't be!
What is it?
Did you remember something?
But if that's true, then the key items we need to insert are.
You should be able to figure this out relatively easily.
Hopefully I get this right.
It's not how you spell.
What?
It's how they say it, that's not how you spell it, it's 2 O's.
Oh.
Which is really weird. Like, they say brooch when no, it's brooch.
I hope I'm right. No. What do they call it?
A music box.
Oh, that's
You can actually put in multiple. You can actually put in multiple words for this.
Oh.
It'll accept different answers.
Oh, really?
As long as you
Will
get
it
a
accept
general
Bluebird?
idea. Yeah, it accepts music box, it accepts Bluebird, and it accepts Birdcage.
So I was right. Yay.
But you have to put it in as 2 words.
Yeah, you had to put it in. You forgot the space.
Oh.
That's all.
Yeah, you have to type in brooch, but it will also accept anything that describes the Bluebird music box.
Got it.
Diana?
What's gotten into you?
Oh, Fi!
Oh, I'm not sure how to feel about this. What? No. Diana, you're...
Aww.
Sigma!
You don't have to say anything. This is enough for now.
Bigger on the inside. Why would you call an achievement like that?
Oh.
Alright, let's check the big old flowchart. Yoink. Yoink.
And there's one scene left. In total. Now, which team is it?
Oh.
Trick question, it's all of them.
Well, might as well start where we began. So they all share the same fragment. Whatever this ending entails and what will occur. Another decision? Of course.
Final decision.
Yes. If you read.
Oh, it was also a very short scene for D-Team.
It didn't need much more than that, let's be real.
I knew it! Looks like the memories we regained are true after all.
The 3 wards were all in the same place. Then...
And how come... Alright, so another thing. How did no one wander in the other wards while they were walking through? Were there like locked doors and stuff? Or just barriers?
The doors that led into the rooms
healing
that were
room.
specifically for other wards, like, say, the healing room or transporter room,
Yeah.
or the pod room, say, C-Team doesn't have access to those. The walls would cover
the
up
walls-
the door with a projection that says, no, there's just more wall. There's not a door behind here.
Yeah, so the entire lounge is covered up in the same panels that the healing room is made up of.
Yes.
Including the doors.
And it projects images of walls over the doors that would lead to areas in the other wards.
But if you knew where they were, you stick a hand through, they'll break the projection, yeah?
Yeah, you could still open the door. That's exactly...
You can still technically enter those areas, which is Carlos was able to enter the transporter room in that one ending where he runs into a wall.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's not really running into a wall.
I still like to think of it where he runs into the wall that's right next to the door.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But still,
that's one of the
he's not
earliest,
actually running into a wall in that scene.
that the wall is not actually a wall.
Akane, Junpei,
And Mira, and Eric.
And you're Sean,
The whole
right?
gang's here.
Carlos, what happened?
Proof of friendship.
Anyway, what are you guys doing here?
According to the schedule, C-Team and Q-Team should both still be asleep.
We took a page out of your book and did what you did. We used the cards to keep the bracelet needle from injecting us.
Aha.
So, does that mean?
Yeah. I remember everything.
I do too.
Including,
Junpei and I as
actually,
well.
no, I don't remember killing Akane, because that didn't happen.
Over the
And
past
Eric shot me.
2 hours, we
multiple
got
times.
back the memories we forgot.
Well, to be more accurate, it's more like we accessed the morphogenetic field and downloaded all of them.
Then you have the other histories' memories too?
Yes.
Including the one we all want to forget? Which one?
You're like us.
But why?
Hold up. Eric and I are different.
Yeah. We didn't gain memories from other histories.
Then neither of you got injected?
No. We're the same as Carlos and the others.
I told them. Maybe I'll start from the beginning. First, so I could run the program in the Force Quit box, I accessed the central control computer. Then, I briefly turned off the communication network. That way, I stopped the surveillance cameras from sending any data to Zero. I didn't want Zero to catch on to what we were doing.
And that's when Sean let us in on the truth of what's going on here.
We went over to the transporter room and picked up 2 cards.
Awesome.
Before the injection, we each slipped one between our wrist and bracelet.
Okay.
Even though Mira wouldn't have
now
needed
you
one.
two make sense. But what
No, she
about
wouldn't
you,
need one.
Sean?
Well, you probably already know, but I'm a robot. Being
Mira
injected
does
does
not
nothing
avoid
to me.
injections all the time.
Then
Every time the time limit approached, I was forced to go into sleep mode. Then my
either way.
memories from the previous
Yeah,
90
it's probably
minutes
more of a better safe
were
than
deleted.
sorry idea.
I didn't want that to happen, so... You remember me saying I accessed the computer? Well, I hacked my own system too.
He said he managed to cancel the force sleep and delete functions.
What about C-Team then?
We couldn't interrupt the surveillance cameras, so we had to be sneaky instead.
First, Carlos pushed me down and climbed on top.
What? It was just an act. I was only pretending to do it.
Carlos used that moment to whisper in my ear. He said to go to the transporter room and grab the cards in there.
But if I just let her go like that, it looks suspicious. So Junpei and I stayed behind to get Zero's undivided attention.
Aha.
I casually invited Junpei to the power. You can see the result of our conversation.
You should have told me what was up.
If I had, then Zero would have figured it out. You look like you'd be a crap actor.
And after that?
We met Akane in the lounge. We hid from the cameras and each got a card from her.
So there are camera blind spots, and there we go. There has to be.
Oh, that's
sorry,
a burn.
Could I get confirmation on something? Everyone knows what all happened in the other histories, right?
Even you, Mira and Eric?
Didn't Eric say so earlier? Sean told us everything.
That's why
But
it took
wait.
an hour.
Why?
Why what?
Why do we know about the other histories?
Well, that's probably...
Huh?
You want to know?
Hi,
Oh,
Zero.
Hello.
But he's got the shotgun.
Q? Or maybe it's actually Zero.
You are free to call me by my given name, which is Delta. There's no need to look so threatening. You were the one who named me, Diana. It doesn't matter. I shall answer your question. Carlos, Akane, Junpei, Diana, Phi, and Sigma. All 6 of you know that you are shifters, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Think back on your path to this very moment. Did you arrive in this history by following a normal flow of time.
Nope.
Everyone except Carlos.
Of course you didn't. You jumped in from another history using your shift abilities. And it wasn't just this once. You have been shifting back and forth many, many times. From one point in space-time to another. You boldly took chances. Much like jumping from one tree branch to another. You have forgotten that fact, perhaps as a result of the medicine, or as one of the side effects of shifting. Regardless, your memories have been kept firmly intact within the morphogenetic field. It is simply that the 6 of you regained the memories of those times. One small trigger, and the levee preventing you from remembering collapsed. Sean is a similar case. However, his thought center is located within the quantum computer. So I suppose it's slightly different from you.
What about me and Mira?
You are both like me, in that we do not have the ability to shift.
That's on me.
You don't?
I have another power instead.
That explains your creepy eyes.
The power to mind hack.
Well,
mind hack?
Oh boy.
You'll see, it's like mind control, except a bit different.
I am able to read other people's minds.
I gotta see who this voice actor is. I like it.
Thoughts and ideas.
It's DC Douglas. We've said this before.
That's why I know
It's
exactly
Wesker.
what Fi is
We
trying
went
to do
over
right
this.
now.
Yeah, oh, even the Warbled Zero voice. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's DC Douglas, aka Albert Wesker.
Amazing. Wesker. Love it.
He only now he's acting this as if we didn't say this.
No, you did. It's just I forgot about
Roll
it. Sorry.
back to an hour ago. It's like
From the beginning of the playthrough, the middle of the playthrough, and literally an hour ago.
All right,
Step
Wesker, what do
away
you
from
think?
that device, Fi.
It just sounds like Wesker too. It's
Then,
hilarious.
when we blocked the injection,
I saw through your ruse.
Damn.
Then why did you...
I wanted all of you to play the final decision game.
The final decision game?
I find human decisions fascinating.
No duh.
More specifically, the world branching that occurs as a result. I already mentioned that I am unable to shift. But after looking inside millions of minds, I learned one thing. There are people in this world with the ability to jump between histories. That shifters exist. Hence, why I know so much about these parallel worlds.
You did all this
multiple
because you were curious?
And also leader of a
When
cult.
a person does something significant, it's difficult to boil the reason down to one word. Their motives are often very complex. It is the same now. To fulfill several objectives, it was necessary to trap all of you in here.
So why did you do it?
You want to know?
Of course.
It is so you give birth to Fi and myself, Diana.
Man, this is the stupidest shit ever.
That was bound to happen regardless.
What do
Well,
you mean?
That's one
You'll
of
see.
the
Fi
things
and
that
I
happened because of this.
Are the children of Diana and Sigma.
Fi is...
Wait. They're children?
November 16th, 2029. Fi and I were born in this shelter. This was another history, of course. Shortly after, the atomic data that makes up our bodies was transported to April 1904.
That's no wonder.
The transporter was located in a German research facility at that time. Our bodies reconstructed and regenerated in the export pods at that facility.
But that would mean you're actually...
I'm 124.
You're joking.
Somehow alive.
But Phi is...
A German researcher sent her to 2008. Records indicate that she was part of an experiment.
You're saying Phi jumped back in time from 2029 to the year 1904, and then forward again to 2008?
Same transport technology.
Technically, what was sent both times was simply the data makeup of Phi's body.
I heard that in 2008, the device was being studied in an American facility.
That's when an old couple who were researchers took me in.
Old couple.
We've gone off topic. Yes, that was one of the major rules. Everything that occurred here helped create Phi and myself. And when I say that, I am including all of the other histories. If I hadn't trapped the group of you here, then Phi and I would have never been born in our current forms.
Your current forms?
Sean, you should already know about epigenetics. You see, environmental factors determine which switches are activated within the genetic code. Reproductive cells are the same. Or perhaps I should say that the reproductive cells are the ones most affected.
Oh, I get it. That's why you made Diana and Sigma play the decision game.
What do you mean?
By backing them into a crisis situation, he caused an epigenetic change within their reproductive cells. I think that's why their children were born with unique powers.
Gold Star. This is the reason I have my mind-hacking abilities. Phi was affected as well. You were born a shifter. D-Team, do you recall what was written on your wall?
You tried, Gold Star. Thank you, Non.
When a curious hate oozes calamity.
And rearranging the letters gives you...
Now who wants a cookie?
No way. What you choose can materialize us.
Our decisions will bring you to life.
That is why the decision games were held. So that the Phi and me, here now, would materialize exactly the way we are.
No, but... Okay, so I get why you had to have Diana and Sigma go through life or death decisions. But the rest of us had nothing to do with...
I already told you. My motives are complex.
What? Wait, there's more?
Of course.
Yes.
Fuck you, you goddamn old man!
Hey! Seeing her snap at last. Oof. Get wrecked!
I love you so much! I love you! Holy shit!
Kenji is the best character.
Yep, confirmed.
He's the best fucking thing that the Zero Escape series has done.
Hey, Eric gets the gun again.
Right.
What?
Diana, take this. Put it in. Your bluebird, too.
Right, they spent time reminiscing instead of putting the
It's
thing into the
ready.
box.
Verified. Key items were set. Executing Force Quit program. 10 minutes until explosion.
What?
Well, what did you think Force Quit meant?
What?
Oh no!
Rage quit.
The
Game's
hell?
over.
What is this?
Table flip.
Hey, answer me!
Please don't use
What's
it
with
as
that
a Wesker in that
announcement?
laugh.
Must I explain? This shelter will soon explode. You've worked so hard, only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Shit.
Sean, access the central control computer.
It's no use. Once the Force Quit program has been activated, there is no possible way for you to reverse it.
No!
Then what can we do?
I will tell you two good things. First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
Oh. No!
Why would you?
Gab.
No!
Gab's been.
No! Fuck! Not the dog!
Gab!
Yeah.
Why?
With a
He got
shotgun.
nothing to do with this.
There wasn't much life left in him anyway.
Mercy kill, according to Delta.
You
No!
I never expected to hear that coming from you, Sean.
So what's the other thing? You had two things to tell us.
I have the ability to mind hack.
Why haven't you used it
know
yet?
that.
But I have not told you everything about it.
Uh-oh.
Reading other people's thoughts isn't the only thing I can do with mind hacking. It only lasts a moment, but I am able to control someone's body as I wish. Like this.
The fuck? Just offs himself.
He's not gonna go down in an explosion.
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking.
Understand now. This is my power.
And you just killed
So,
yourself.
Let's begin. Your final decision game. You have two choices.
I demand a third.
One, to stay here and wait to die. The other is... The other
The third option is to simply press Alt F4.
Hey! What's the other option? What's the other option?
How will we know?
Come on, Junpei. Figure this out.
Oh, this music again.
Can't end like this.
Until explosion.
Ugh.
What should we do?
What about the X door?
And how exactly should we open it?
Kill each other.
Unless 6 people die, it's gonna stay closed.
Well,
Or
Q's
should
already
we
dead.
start killing each other now?
Mira?
Mira, you already did enough of that in other timelines.
I have an idea.
Which is?
We're going to shift, all of us, together.
Hey, hold on. Like jumping to another history?
But they can't shift. They're not shifters.
Eric and I...
I'm sure it will be fine. Remember what I said? Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain.
So anyone can be a shifter?
You said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
What are the
You know
conditions?
there's a transporter
First,
too,
you
right?
need to be exposed to danger. And the other one is...
But that would also only make copies of
Be
them.
in the vicinity,
Vicinity.
of a group of shifters.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I get it.
will resonate, and then Mira
We'll
and
huddle
Eric
up together
can-
like football players.
Which history are we going to jump to?
None of the
This
similar
exact same
histories will
one.
work. One team is likely to be dead after the vote.
It has to be the one at the very beginning.
We can't shift if there are no bodies for us to jump to, right?
Then we need to jump to where all of us are alive.
When we're all alive.
Do you mean
Yes. The coin flip. That's the purpose of that ending.
The
Oh,
history where we won the coin toss.
Yeah. Chekhov's coin.
3 minutes until explosion.
I'm not sure I get it all, but it's a good idea.
What are you saying? There's no way we could do that.
Why not?
Shift isn't simply jumping into bodies in different histories.
Our consciousnesses swap places. Ours for theirs.
We'll be forcing our other selves into these bodies, and they'll die without knowing why.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that?
what?
Well, they're all living without a care off in another history, yeah? One time, they do the coin toss once and win? Don't you think that's unfair?
Life.
Mira.
It's simply unfair.
You're saying they, but we're talking about ourselves here.
Well, we should consider if those people really are us.
Good point. If we assume that we here are the true versions, then the us in the other history are essentially strangers. Even more of a reason not to.
If we shift to that history, then we're tossing the others under the bus to save ourselves.
The
This is
us
also
in that
one of
history
only 2
have done
times that you
nothing
actually
wrong.
have a dilemma over shifting.
I mean,
Oh boy.
The first one is
win it
the
a
first
coin
one
toss.
is when Carlos is
You could
initially
say the
told, "Yeah,
same
this is
for
how
us.
shifting works."
The only thing
Yeah, I
we
am
did
glad
was
that I
lose
brought
a
this.
coin
I am glad that I
toss.
brought this up in BLR
Even
because
so,
this feels like a
We've had to
very
go through so much
moral
shit.
thing to
We've
go
been
through.
forced
Yeah.
to put our lives on the line.
I like it.
Besides,
I dislike
aren't the
that there's
bodies in
only
the other
2 scenes of it in the whole
histories
entire game.
anyway?
When it's such a simple plot
Then
point.
why should we
Yeah.
second guess ourselves?
But then again, it's better than BLR, which did nothing at all with this.
It was more focused on the fact that you could time travel than the actual implications of time travel.
Yeah.
We're out of time. I'll say it again. We have 2 choices. We can stay here and wait for our deaths, or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another history.
So that's what that bastard meant.
Yep. There's no way out.
Final decision game.
Non says trolley problem, trolley
To
problem.
give this game credit on avoiding the moral dilemma on most of his choices, the other option is the character's dying anyway.
Or I can also not
Like,
choose.
for example.
But we will not shift.
Not choosing is gonna basically say no.
Yeah.
So there's no point in not choosing. Because not choosing is essentially saying no.
I feel like I made the wrong decision, but we'll see.
You just stay here and blow up
Yep.
to death. So how is that not the wrong decision?
We spare innocent lives, I guess. Our other selves.
Hey, they blew up the moon base in VLR again.
So not mentions Soma trolley problem. I guess that's a spoiler for another game or something.
Not really the trolley problem.
Hey, game
No,
over.
it's. I don't think
Because
that it's. I don't think
the
that it's a
trolley
fair
problem
analogy.
requires the trolley problem requires a disparity in the 2
Yeah.
options in regards to the lives you're saving or sacrificing.
I think the better way to explain this is whether or not you think having traumatic experiences and heavy stress and all those other types of terrible things happen to you is for the betterment of yourself
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah. Like,
whether or
a
not
lot
you
of people-
consider
a
an
lot of people-
alternate version of yourself to be
A lot of
their
people
own
when it,
person.
a lot of people are basically. A lot of people say that the experiences we have is what makes our character. So what would happen if those people didn't really have,
What if there
same
was no
experiences?
experience?
Exactly. Well, does that mean that you don't have the experience, but also get to experience everything? Like, again, it's just, you know, a complex choice to make.
The experiences were terrible, but are they worth the end result?
Payoff 2.
Payoff, but now you've actually played the game.
I would go start the decom facility.
Right, I kind of forgot about that.
I can't remember anything.
Me neither.
Neither can I.
It somehow feels like I made a bet with someone, but...
Shift.
Someone?
What kind of bet?
Did we all forget what happened?
Nope.
Hey, could I ask all of you something? Who is this kid?
And relive. Hooray.
I can see it on my boss.
I saw the scent on that one.
It's coarse, mouth, irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Did we do it?
We're not wearing the bracelets, so I don't know the time. But
Judging by the position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
And the date?
How would I know?
Hey, Mira. Eric. Do you remember me?
Yeah.
We'll
I definitely
adopt you as our
remember you.
robot.
And we really did.
Must have worked.
Finally, yeah.
We'll adopt you as your kid. No, as our robot
Don't
butler.
you think?
Oh, but you're still alive. Of course.
You bastard.
17 years ago, a snail traveled down a narrow path in the park.
A snail.
If that snail hadn't been there, perhaps all of you here would have lived a completely different life than you did. Just one small snail, and everyone's lives, even the world, changed.
So, what's the big deal?
Oh, would you just quit talking nonsense?
Dog.
I'm so glad you were safe.
Doggo.
Of course we were. You all have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
And what exactly will that accomplish?
Isn't it obvious? We're throwing you in the slammer.
And my
For what crime?
Murder.
Murder? I see. But I haven't killed anyone.
Oh.
Specifically, in this history, not a single person has died.
But your brother.
I strongly doubt the police would listen.
But in the
Well, he didn't
other
kill his
histories, you...
Did you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift. The only reason I know anything of those histories is because I mind hacked you. In effect, the me you know is a different person than the one before you. Can I be charged for killing someone in another history? If so, then I'd say this world would be full of criminals of all kinds.
He's right.
What about conspiracy to commit?
Yeah. I'm betting this history's got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all.
What?
You've
No,
slept
you.
for quite a while. Nothing is left in the shelter. No transporter, no quantum computer. Loaded into a truck and taken away.
How convenient.
Sean
Multiple
is able
times.
to move right now
There were quite a
due
few
to
trucks
radio
needed.
signals received from a satellite.
Can we keep him?
Why?
No.
Aren't you happy? I say again, in this history, not a single person has died. Phi and I exist, and there will never be an outbreak of Radical 6. There is only a bright future ahead for all of us. Is this not what you'd call a happy end?
Go on. And so.
But according to you, all of mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
Religious fanatic, a terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny it's true.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
That's what we wanted.
That means
That was the
fanatic guy
initial goal
won't
of
die.
DLR, yes.
Wait,
But that's also
so
DLR.
now humans will go extinct? Hey, where's that happy future you mentioned?
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Phi?
Wow.
What?
If so, then we have a serious contradiction. I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive. But yet, you decided to jump to this history.
And ruin it.
That means you chose a future where humanity goes extinct. Over 6 billion dead.
No, you're wrong, Delta. Nothing in the future has been determined yet. We'll shape the future with our own hands.
I hope you're right.
You said
And the
something
Monado.
I can get behind,
Wrong game.
Carlos.
I know it's the wrong game series, but it was
think
too
so
easy.
too.
I agree.
Okay, me too.
Mira. You're right.
Participation
The future
award.
has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
Humanity's gonna die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that horrible future.
What's so funny?
Just that.
What the hell do you mean?
Is it too late?
I'm sure I told you in another history that my motives are complex. Imagine, what if none of you had experienced the events that occurred in the shelter? You're so determined now to change the future. One of the goals of all of this was to get you into that frame of mind.
Oh.
It's all going according to plan, without a single casualty. I created a future where mankind will be saved. Does that upset you? Are you angry that your life was played with? Very well. I will give all of you one last choice.
And I'm not talking to the player. Not
With that gun there,
Great.
you'll be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to leave. I promise I won't use mind hacking on you.
This guy is nuts.
You are free to decide. Which shall it be?
Committed to his ideals to the
Pull
end.
the trigger, or let me go.
Oh, you know what I'm
The
picking.
fates of you, me, and mankind are all on the line.
This isn't your decision.
This is the
asking the
decision
player.
game.
Oh, it's not
I'm
my...
asking you, Carlos.
This isn't your decision to make.
Nope.
That's it. Amount of knowledge.
Yep.
This isn't the, I
No.
told you, Zeus.
We don't get to know what decision they made.
Oh no. And
Yeah,
we're
this
free to talk about it.
I love it. I love it because again,
That
it
is
just
brilliant.
removes the letter A and C, and yeah, it's so brilliant.
That is amazing.
I still don't think that this is better than 999 for many other reasons, but holy shit, this game is just so amazing with how great it is.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, I mean it's leagues better than VLR, but I don't. Yeah, I also don't think it's perfect. Right?
Yeah, it's like this game. It's close. Like I think this game and the other game are really, really well done. When you get what's gonna happen.
yeah, it's so close to being as good, if not better, as 999, but it just doesn't reach that level.
I'm not sure I would think that much. I think this game has a few substantial flaws to it that put it well below the barrier.
Especially on a second viewing, I would say it definitely has a lot of problems that could very easily become large plot holes.
And I think a lot of those problems are due to the fact that I think this is just me theorizing, but I think a lot of the story for this game had to be cut to fit within the constrained budget.
Yeah.
That may be a big one.
I won't blame that. I won't blame the budgetary problems because, as we said before, this series has been dealt a very bad hand to begin with. So the fact that this game is out the way it is, and the way that it's explained itself way better than the better budgeted game, which is VLR.
Yeah.
I already am going to give them credit for that because they made it work despite the constraints. Now, because of that, I see the full vision of the story and such. But that doesn't mean that. But that's why I said that it's close to being as good as 999. I'm not saying that it is, because like you guys said, there are very obvious flaws. But I will still think that this is a really fantastic game with the vision into account and all.
If 999 was like obviously like a 9 out of 10 game, I would probably put this like 7.5.
No. You see, it's a 9.99 out of 10.
Then yeah, if we're gonna go with that scale, then I'd probably put this game, close to 9 easily. I loved it.
Yeah,
this game is actually.
I'd put it in an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would give it. I think
maybe
I would,
a 7.5.
Put it around 6.5 or 7.
That's fair. But this game,
it's just that I've spent enough time with this game to know it front to back, and I've discussed a lot of the issues I have with it with other people, so I have a more
that's totally fair. I will easily admit a lot of the favor I have with this is because this is the follow-up to VLR, and it's just so much better than VLR.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Non disagrees in the chat. It's like VLR seemed more interesting. I'm like,
It doesn't, but okay.
It has a lot more things going on.
Yeah, it has a lot more things going on, and yeah, just because the concepts are interesting doesn't mean that they actually are, dude. Like,
yeah, like it's basically like an ocean, but it's only like
I'm
an
the
inch
first
deep.
to admit there's definitely some interesting concepts in VLR.
Yeah.
Like I
Is
wish,
anything done with them?
that they were executed better, and we didn't spend 40 hours on it.
Yeah.
let me put this into perspective.
The cast is way better in this game.
There's a reason why we burned out in VLR compared to this game, because this game is not making me feel burnt out or anything. But like in VLR, there's a very clear distinction about how everything overwhelms you eventually, and you need to take a break because otherwise you're not going to understand and digest the whole plot.
And you're gonna forget some things.
There are interesting concepts and there are interesting plot holes. I mean plot points. That doesn't.
I mean, there are interesting plot holes too when you really think about it.
But like the point I'm making is that just because they has interesting ideas doesn't mean that they're executed well, and that's what matters the most.
Right here.
Executed.
Yeah, this right here just.
Hey,
this is nice.
shout out to the fans.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it literally is because of the fans that they got this done. There was literally an entire like fundraiser for it.
Yep. Before
yeah.
we keep going any further, I want you to, I mean, first of all, save.
Yep.
But go into the flowchart and pick any segment you want. It doesn't really matter which one, because there's no other way to view the log or view the file screen.
Whatever.
Yes, there are some
there are extra files once you see the true
credits,
ending.
quote unquote files.
And not mentioned, he's not crazy about the multiverse stuff or the murder stuff, but the way it wraps up is actually very well done. So give him credit there. All right, so
well, Mon, if you don't like the multiverse
Carlos,
stuff,
where's June?
I'm not sure if VLR is really going to excite you either.
Yeah,
because that's even more leading into the multiverse.
That's where shifting.
That's a lot more confusing.
They kind of pulled back on it for Zero Time Dilemma.
It's just exactly.
She said file.
Yes, these ones, the post-payoff ones, and Sean, Eric, and Mira.
All right, so we should read
files. All of these are
Let's see the one
post-credits
for
files.
Carlos first.
The day is bright and clear. A girl in a white dress strolls along the beach, the wind tossing her long blonde hair playfully. Up until half a year ago, she had been confined to a bed. Carlos still tear up every time he sees her smile. Come on, Carlos. You don't always have to help me. That's the point of my rehab. Oh, you're right. Sorry, Maria. Carlos brushes her hair out of her face. It's definitely not the summer sun that's making him act out of sorts. It's the fact that his sister is here standing before him. Maria grins up at him. What will Akane and Junpei say if they saw you being all fussy like this? It's fine. They understand how important you are to me. Both you and Junpei put your lives in the line. That was a different history, but going through that means we know how to treat a reverie syndrome.
Oh wow. Nice.
Because reverie syndrome is basically out of control shifting.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I love that. I can't believe we had the ability to jump through space-time. I'm just glad you're able to control it now. It's all because Carlos met Akane and Junpei that Maria was able to recover. He wishes he could show them just how well she's doing.
Oh, so that's nice. So even with the indefinite ending, you get to see what happened. Regardless.
We don't get to know what happens to Delta, but we do get to know what the characters did after the end.
Alright, let me read this one. You're thinking about them right now, aren't you, Carlos? What makes you say that? Because you're smiling.
Sorry.
Carlos closes his eyes as his unconscious smile turns fond. They're just about your age. Kind of feels like I gained a brother and another sister. You are going to their wedding, aren't you? Oh my god.
The shipping has come full circle.
Oh,
he
my
didn't.
Fucking heart is melting because, okay, I mean, I wasn't here for the scene when it happened, but Legon and Serenity knew how big of a fan I was of Junpei, and when I saw Junpei proposing, legitimately, I had one of the biggest personal moments in my entire life. Just and this still actually heard me cry and weep like a fucking bitch. Like no joke. Anyways, but there is something Carlos needs to do first. Back when the three of them parted ways, I'll be waiting to hear word from you when you locate that terrorist. Carlos held his right hand out of towards Akane and Junpei, and the other two grabbed onto it with their own. There was no way of knowing if Delta was telling the truth, but if he was, one fanatic will kill all of humanity. Akane and Junpei vowed to find this person, and Carlos offered to help. He can still feel the strong bond between the three of them, their hands clasped together tightly. Suppose I better get used to talking more before the wedding, huh? Holding her head out of her face, Maria reaches out to her brother, who takes her hand in his, and they continue walking down the beach. The same blue sky above them stretches over friends Carlos knows he can rely.
Yeah, so good ending for that team. C team got.
It got me tearing up.
Yeah, I'm so happy for C team, even though we don't know if they'll succeed.
Carlos specifically.
Yeah.
So far.
Anyway,
Also, minor personal request. Can we get to a part of this scene where there's actually happier music playing?
Oh shoot.
Hey. No idea.
Let's fast forward, like
to the
here.
This one.
This is perfect, actually.
Yeah. Yunpei sits up on a white sofa. Let me have this. Sorry.
Sure.
Somewhere within the secret location of Crash Keys, twiddling a pen and sighing. What else could we say? Laying on the table in front of him is a half-written letter. Suddenly, a cat pops up behind him. What are you doing, Junpei? Ah! Junpei does for the letter, but she snatches it from his fingers and begins reading. Let's see, Carlos, without you, Akane and I would have never been gotten together. Thank you. Is this an invitation to the wedding? No, it's most definitely not. He makes a
Yeah, come on, give it back.
Akane quickly moves his arms to reach. It's just a progress report, Junpei mutters. Hey, yeah, I mentioned the wedding, but the day hasn't been set yet. I made a promise to you and your brother. We wouldn't get married until we've dealt with that.
Oh, no, I understand, but...
Anna's face flushes bright red. She hastily hides her face behind the letter and goes back to reading. I'd like nothing more than to get the approval and blessing of our friends. And those of you we met 6 months ago. Eyes wide, Akane glances up at Junpei. He avoids her gaze, like scratching the back of his head.
Alright, so 6 months has passed since this event.
You know, there's a history where I keep searching for you. Even after I'm old and craggly, it still exists out there somewhere. And when I think of that, Akane's pinching his cheek. Ow, that hurts! What are you doing? To prove to you that this isn't a dream. You still can't believe we're together like this? Junpei shakes his head. You've changed a lot, Junpei. Half a year ago, you were never dishonest. It's like, how do I want to describe it? Like a dream? Huh? Junpei leans in and quickly pinches Akane. Oh, now you've done it. She darts forward and goes after Junpei with both hands, gaining a pinch whenever she can, and Junpei does the same. Once they start laughing, it's very hard to stop, and they keep going until they're out of breath. Guess this all thanks to Carlos too. That's why I'm writing this thank you later. On Akane's left hand, the ring glitters on her ring finger. Oh my god!
Yeah.
It feels.
So a couple more comments about VLR and this game real quick. There was a mention about the cast is definitely better, and they're way better. But he mentioned there's no barely extant characters. Some of these characters in ZTD were kind of frustrating to watch. But the biggest thing this game has going for it is the cinematics and animations. It's much more expressive, I agree, than VLR. But yeah, like, it's low budget. You can tell it's low budget. Like, we know that the animations are weird and stiff, but it is a nice step up.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the things you just need to accept with this game. And if you do, it kind of becomes a bit of the charm to it.
Yeah.
Is that it's just it's poorly animated, but like they did the best that they could because this game has the budget of what was it? What were you guys saying? It has the budget of like
a rubber band, 5 rubber bands, and a Chuck E. Cheese token.
Yeah, exactly. 5 rubber bands and maybe 3 Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
I was saying 1.
They literally had to rely on the fans supporting this project in order for them to actually finish this game, which is why I'm confident that a lot of the story for it and why I think some of the flaws in the story exist is because they had to cut some stuff that maybe wasn't entirely necessary out, and it left a few things either unexplained or not fully developed.
Oh yeah, post-apocalypse.
The post-apocalypse one is one you should also read.
Yeah, it's technically it's the aftermath for
this is technically
Sigma and Diana.
This is in the VLR timeline.
Yeah, in the VLR timeline.
This must be fate. Fate? Diana smiles weakly from the bed at Sigma's question. Don't you remember? You told me that yourself. Me? I never said it. It really was me then. Yes, the Sigma who was 67 inside. Diana shifts her frail hand closer to Sigma, and he gently grasps between his own. The Sigma before her is not the one who was trapped in the shelter. It's the same body, but a different consciousness. On April 13, 2029, Sigma was at the headquarters of Crash Keys. His eye and arms replaced robotic ones. There, the young Sigma returns to his body from 45 years in the future and begins to carry out Akai's instructions.
Like the meat sack he is.
How many years has it been since you came here, Diana? A little over 3. I think I followed you here in May 2029. A violent coughing fit takes over after she speaks. Sigma helps her sit up and softly pats her back until she subsides. Why didn't the medical pod work? I told you, it's fate. Diana's skin is deathly pale, and her eyes still shine with life, just like a child's. I've always dreamt of coming here. Did you know that Diana is the name of the goddess of the moon? I wanted to do this ever since I was little, so I'm perfectly fine with dying here. What are you saying? I've been able to spend the last 3 years living with you, Sigma. I have treasured every moment. Sigma lowers his head, his expression pain. Please don't make that face. You don't need to be so sad. In the year 2074, you will ship back to Christmas 2028, and the next day, old me will head a decon facility in the Vela Desert and meet you. Diana nods. Sigma closes his eyes and shakes his head. That's not it. I mean, I'm in love with you. His declaration stops Diana's lip close over his in a kiss, and the rest of his words are lost. After a moment, Diana murmurs, It must be a wonderful future. The future where we found each other. In 2028. Sigma holds on to her tightly, aching. Heartfelt sobs echo within a cold, silent world. Oh, damn. This whole series is not
bad in VLR.
No.
Oh, read the other 5. That's really interesting.
Baby Phi was indeed transported from 1904 to 2008, but Phi also remained in 1904. What happened to her? Rumor has it she became a brilliant scientist and worked at a research facility in the US well into her hundreds. The facility was researching the transporter, and that's where the Phi from 1904 is sent.
Oh.
Now you get it?
In other words,
Phi is Phi's mother.
Oh my gosh. Poor Phi's been through a lot.
I know. I don't care. I don't care. Phi is the best thing that ever happened in this fucking series.
Alright, so...
Read the rest of that.
Of the robot's name?
Yes. He has never been called anything other than that by those in the underground shelter.
We just didn't hear it.
Why is this locked behind optional text files?
We heard about this.
The murder
snail.
17 years ago.
This is what
Yeah,
inspired
this is talking
Delta.
about the first case of
This is the
the
full story instead of just telling it to you piecemeal style. This is everything.
The suspect was taken into custody. The Japanese man was not the culprit. He was falsely convicted and executed. His wife committed suicide.
Oh, Akani's parents.
The two left young children behind. The convicted man called a taxi before his arrest, but the taxi ended up picking up a note there instead. A brilliant surgeon. However, the car became involved in an accident, killing the surgeon as well as the young boy who was waiting for an operation. Life is simply unfair. Don't you
To
think?
lay out in terms of how this connects to everyone.
Yeah.
The person who was killed 17 years ago was Eric's mother. He was killed by Mira.
Right.
And then the person who was falsely convicted was Akane's father.
Yep.
That led to Akane's mother killing herself, and the two of them were left behind. To then get wrapped up in the kidnapping case related to the Creo Pharmaceuticals. And the young boy who was waiting for an operation was Sean.
Yep.
Which
The original Sean, not the robot.
The original Sean, the not robot Sean.
Yeah.
And there's twice when Zero is telling the story, he mentions that a senior citizen always visited Sean.
Oh.
That's supposed to be Delta.
That's creepy.
A lot of these files are basically just explaining some of the things that were already
plays out,
shown in the main game.
How everyone's sleeping schedule works.
That's I'm glad they spelled it all out. Although is this the next day of the new year? having trouble like understanding this. Yeah, it is next day. Asleep, asleep, asleep.
This is basically
Video
going
games.
over the. This is going over the Back to the Future analogy.
Oh,
that
yeah,
they did in C-Team.
I recommend reading Where the Air Ducks Go, because it's funny.
Yeah, so it's another example. Like, what about the other person, the one that shifted or left behind? Should we care about them even if it's the same
Words
person?
C, Q, and D being in the same space means the air ducts in the prep room and lounge don't lead to other words. Inside is simply a small space for Gab, where he often rests on a rug.
That's hilarious, actually.
Oh, by the way, people who finish this game often ask, who is Gab? Gab is supposed to be Delta's service dog.
Oh, okay. So I guess I was the only one who gave a shit about that.
I mean, he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be deaf.
At the beginning, they mentioned that the little thing he has on his collar is supposed to have medication. That's supposed to be a hint towards the fact that one of the characters, needs medication from Gab, but it doesn't apply to anyone there. The only one it could apply to is Delta.
We haven't heard from. Oh wait.
No, we haven't heard from Santa except for this. This is the organization that kind of created.
But not even 999 did Akane mention a brother? I don't think so.
Akane's brother is Santa.
Well, yeah, Akane's brother is Santa.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
You forgot about that?
Yeah,
that's like part of the whole. That's like part of the whole motivation. For Zero.
He is a brother.
Anyway, the last epilogue.
Yeah, you're right, Santa. I just forget his real name. That name reminded me. Hey Mira, how are you feeling? Are you lonely? Come on, Eric, you visited last week. Eric smiles wryly, and reaches out to Mira with his left hand. Mira does the same. In her hands, with matching silver rings, a line on either side of the plexiglass window. I brought a new guest to see you today. Eric shifts to the side and a head pops into view. Hiya, Mira. Long time no see. It's Sean, right? Yep, I'm happy you remembered. Behind Mira, the sun is shining through an iron-barred window, lighting up the visitor room. It's been a long time, Sean. It's good to see you. The smile that appears on her face is real. Mira no longer needs to plaster on a fake one. When I heard you turn yourself in...
You see, she went to this thing called therapy.
So redemption for Mira here, I guess.
I say that was a joke.
That's never said directly. Theories about why Mira is actually able to feel things now.
Yeah. Eric was the one who convinced me. He said I should pay for my sins so we could be together. So that's why you got married in jail. Eric ducks his head shyly. Are you sure you're okay with this? Mira asks. He looks at her in confusion. Don't you regret marrying me? I did carve your heart out in another history. Isn't that what you said, Sean? Yeah, you did. Eric looks Mira straight in the eye. I've already told you this a bunch of times. I forgive you, no matter what happens. Besides, you haven't killed me in this history yet, right? Yet.
Yes.
Mira's lips twist wryly. But the Heart Rippers killed people already. So many. Sean, stop it. Eric turns angrily on Sean, and Mira's face falls into a frown. But Sean continues speaking. You turn yourself in, Mira, but that doesn't mean you paid for all the crimes you did. Enough the family and friends that were left behind will forgive you, even if you're put on death row. There's no way you can clear your sins here. Mira grits her teeth. But there is a way to clear them. Well, not what you've already done, technically. You have to pay for your whole life. For your whole life, but that'll never change. But maybe you can in another universe. Oh my god, where's this going? Suddenly, Sean's fist crashes through the plexiglass window. Ah! Mira jumps backward while Eric's frozen in shock.
As usual.
What are you? Eric can't even finish speaking before Sean moves. Jumping through the broken window, he kicks the outside wall of the visitor room, causing it to crumble and reveal a giant hole. An alarm immediately starts blaring, and police officers rush into the room. But Sean darts forward and takes them all down in the blink of an eye.
With multiple headbutts.
He holds his hand out to Mira. Let's go. Go where? I know where the transport is being stored. You're saying we should go change history? Eric finally stutters. Sean nods. To stop young Mira from committing murder. Mira, I'm pretty sure that's the only way you can clear your sins. Mira stares out through the hole in the wall at the horizon extending beyond. I don't know how to feel about all this. Jeez, that's awkward.
So some people theorize that the reason that Mira is able to feel emotions after the events of the game is because she, when they shifted, she got access to the morphogenetic field and was able to understand how feelings work through that.
Yeah, so that cured her in a weird way, but alright, I think that's pretty much it. There's a lot of stuff.
That's it, aside from basically...
read decom management. You pressed it. There it is.
DCOM is not a government-run facility, but is privately owned by a company researching space development. The company is largely owned by Free the Soul, but that detail is kept hidden from all knowledge. Except for this one, because I'm the author.
So in other words, even DCOM was a part of Free the Soul's plan.
Yeah, but Free the Soul, that hasn't been...
No. Free the Soul is just the Illuminati.
So with Delta's fate indeterminate, like Free the Soul's existence is still up to question. They could still be operating, they could still not be.
Good, but
because he's brother, right?
At this point, their entire operation has been pretty much compromised. So, even if they were active, they still would be very much scattered at this point because their plans wouldn't go through.
I see. And
so, yeah.
Can we talk about Delta real quick?
I do wish. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's talk about Delta.
So Delta, geez, a lot to unpack here. It seemed like the way he was speaking, he was kind of trying to redeem himself. It's like, oh, without me, I couldn't have possibly created a future. With that,
he was just taunting you with that knowledge, essentially. Like, essentially, because he knows that he cannot be arrested for a crime he didn't commit, and he basically wanted to give motivation for Carlos to pull the trigger. That's essentially what it is. He's not trying to redeem himself. He's more so just using that knowledge that you have about everything that transpired against you.
Yeah, I see.
Like, yeah, people wanted a happy ending. Well, here's your happy ending. Aren't you happy with your happy ending?
Are you mad at me that we can't make Zero pay for his crimes? But do you want that justice, or do you want humanity to be saved? Let's just use humanity here.
Exactly. That's pretty much the whole. That's pretty much how it goes down in the entirety of the game. That essentially, you know, the thematic is about unfairness and how, well, as they said, life is simply unfair, and we're not just shown through fucking small stories and such. We're shown through a very real example, which is this one. So yeah.
The other way to see it, that is what I take away from it, is life might be unfair, but you still make the most of it wherever you can.
Agreed.
Well, there's also the fact that, you know, life is unfair, but that doesn't mean we should just let things happen to us. We have to, you know, make choices.
You shouldn't always just sit back and let it happen.
Yeah. But I mean, the whole reason Delta is doing this entire game in the first place is to give the main characters the motivation to save the world, instead of just sitting back and waiting for someone else to do it for them.
Yeah, but he just took initiative. Like that was his motivation to do all this and concoct this crazy plot.
My motives are rather
complex.
Let me sacrifice 6 billion.
That's honestly that's a meme in the Zero Escape fandom, by the way.
Yes, it's completely understandable.
I understand why.
Yep.
I guess wish that there was a little bit more of a payoff for
people have a lot of problems with this ending, especially the people who really love VLR.
Yeah, it's like
especially people who like the inferior game.
Yeah, and fuck those people. They can enjoy their little VLR. But
they can enjoy their 40-hour
repeat. Let me put it this way. You're the only one who can understand this, but let me put it this way. I think people who played VLR and then this game were expecting something that was along the lines of the conclusion to Nirvana Initiative.
Ah. Yeah, I can sort of see what you mean with that.
The conclusion to what?
A game neither of you have played.
At some point in the future.
Yeah. It's something we might do in the future.
I completely understand that comparison, and I wish I could actually talk about it, but no, that would spoil the whole game.
Yeah, but overall, it was a very enjoyable game. I think one thing we briefly touched upon, why people hate this game is, I guess, how they handle Akane and Junpei. I think it's a natural evolution.
Even though they're absolutely beautiful characters.
People have an issue with Junpei's character. A lot of people have cited that this is a character assassination for him.
No,
but that's not the main issue people have with this game.
No,
the main issue people have with this game is the plot points that were brought up in VLR aren't really carried over to this game.
How dare you not pander to me, the person who liked the last game more than this one?
They aren't really carried over to this game as extensively as some people would have liked. And instead, the game introduces some new characters and new plot points to focus on, like Sean and Mira and Eric.
To an extent, though, I can sort of see.
There's Carlos, who has no connection to VLR either. Diana, people accept because she is the human version of Luna.
Yeah,
and much better
version, even if they won't admit that part.
One's an actual human.
I will say I sort of understand some of where they're coming from with that, though, considering how significant the consequences were for what happened in order to lead into VLR. Like, from everything we've seen there, it does feel like it should have had a lot more presence.
Yes, I do agree with the idea that as much as I will rag on VLR till the end of time, I do think that this game drops a little bit too much going from VLR to this game. That being said,
in other words, it has too few ties.
Yes. And I think, again, a large part of that is probably because maybe the elements that were going to connect a bit more heavily had to be cut in order for them to actually make a game that had a cohesive storyline with what budget they had.
Or just actually finish the game.
Yeah, I don't know exactly if I don't even know for a fact that anything was cut, but I just have this feeling that there was probably a lot more that Uchikoshi had planned for this finale that couldn't actually be made into reality.
I can't imagine the scope of the story being greater than it is unless, I don't know, they wanted to bring more VLR Sting. Maybe Free to Soul could have been a bit bigger presence instead of kind of
I think that's the big thing that would have at least helped tie it into VLR more.
Expecting like a battle between Free the Soul and the main characters.
Yeah, I can definitely see what you mean with the Nirvana Initiative.
We were hoping for another Free to Soul member and like taking them down and having that satisfaction. But
I can definitely see more of what you mean with the Nirvana Initiative.
Let's have Dio again.
But that's the thing that actually made this plot even better for me, because it threw back all that stupid shit about the fucking Frida Soul and everything else and made it more focused on these characters themselves. In my opinion, that's a better outcome.
That's the part I agree with, is that, like, even though I wish, for the sake of a cohesive narrative, going from one title to the other, that more plot points were kept. The fact that we did actually get a lot of good characterization and development for not only the existing characters, but some of the new ones as well, most notably Carlos and Sean.
Yeah.
I accept that this game chose to be more focused on character than the actual story.
Yeah, even
Which I
Eric.
think is, which I think is the thing that people take issue with the most. The first game, and especially VLR, characters were still important, but the story, the mystery, was the real driving force behind the intrigue of the game.
Yeah.
In this one, there's some mystery behind what's going on, but with the foundation set mostly by VLR, pretty much why you're there, and you have an idea as to what might be happening. There's a few other reveals to get through, and they lay the clues and questions so that will lead to those reveals. But for the most part, this game chooses to focus on just the individual stories of these characters, both leading up to their imprisonment here and how they choose to deal with the decisions that they're forced to make. And I think that it works maybe not as well as it could have, but it works well enough to the point where I don't despise playing or watching someone play this game. I don't groan at the 20-hour mark and like, oh my god, when is it going to be over? I'm like, okay, yeah, good, okay, we're gonna watch this scene.
Because
now.
the pacing of VLR was just crap, and
Virtue's last reward, or as I like to call it,
yes, it also
long
helps
reading.
That this game is twice as short as VLR.
Half as long, yeah.
Half as long, yeah.
So it was overall. I think the cast, the structure, very engaging, and I think a solid conclusion. It may not be the most complete or the ones fans wanted, but the fact we got it at all and that it wraps up the way it did, I'm happy for it. So I'm happy I got to play through the trilogy.
I will 1,000 times prefer the outcome that people didn't get, because because in my opinion, as a pretty much industry aspect at this point, I can tell that a lot of effort was put into bringing back a lot of the elements that people liked. But also, not only that, but also do them in a way that makes sense, which is especially hard to do with this guy. How should I say it? It's especially hard to do without burning some bridges or stepping on some toes along the way. I know that it sounds crazy, but But for example, I had a very good example that popped up earlier, and I don't know if anybody else has played it as well. But for example, we have the Resident Evil 4 remake, which, without going into Spoof Month territory and such, revealing spoilers or whatever. But the point is that the Resident Evil 4 remake was criticized by some, and there was a huge debate again for it because of the whole quote unquote legitimacy of the game. I think even Lego might have seen the discussion since we're very ardent Resident Evil fans. And
you're gonna have to elaborate more with that.
When they
I can think of a few different arguments about the RE4 remake.
When people were arguing about the fucking whether or not the rain effects or the fact that content quote unquote was removed from the game when the reality just was changed. Yeah, that.
Oh, so they were complaining that things were changed in a remake.
Exactly. Like how people said that they downgraded and whatever the fuck. That's what I was mentioning. But anyways, back to what I was saying about the remakes. Do we have that example, and then we have the System Shock remake example, where Night Dive Studios literally brought everything together from the old game.
They copied everything wholesale and gave it a new control style.
Yeah.
Except it's a game from the 1990s when things like autosaves, auto-filling maps, and multiple other conveniences and quality of life functions did not exist. That many people take for granted nowadays. Especially autosaves.
So, So I understand why when you make something with the dedicated to the fans, it's a little bit of a catch-22 situation because you have a fucking thing that can that no matter what change you do is going to be criticized by the fans at some point. Now it's a matter of whether or not you want to push a vision that you want to push in, or whether or not you want to push a vision that satisfies the fans. And I'm glad that the development team went for the other for the approach that doesn't involve the fans, because while this game is quote unquote made by the fans for the fans, it also tells its own story and develops its own characters, which in my opinion is what every game needs to do, instead of having to pander to a certain audience.
Yeah. Yep.
It's also more of a situation of when you try and please everyone, you end up pleasing no one.
Yeah.
Which is usually what happens when people try to make stories that pander to as many fans as possible, or at the very least appeal to as many fans as possible.
Yeah,
so
and
you end up isolating a lot of people.
That's what VLR was, and ZTD was Return to Form. And every game has their own strengths, even though we already talked about VLR enough. But I'm glad here in ZTD.
I would like to.
Go ahead.
I would have liked to have imagined what ZTD would have looked like had they just completely forgone making a prequel story to it, and then just made it with the budget.
Yeah,
they
what
had.
would Zero Time Dilemma look like without VLR attached to it?
Yeah, like I want to know like how much. What would the story, if what story elements would there have been included in it if they didn't decide to make a prequel story first? Because I feel like, not only would you have to find a way to work in all of the exposition of VLR, but you would also, then have to, create an appropriate climax for all of that in a single story rather than splitting it up into two sporks.
Oh, but I think this is the best point to fucking call it.
Yes,
now.
it is. We will. We're still debating on what to tackle next. I'm thinking about maybe putting up to a vote because we got 3 solid options on the table.
Yeah, we got 3 fucking things at the table this time.
Yeah.
Either we go for AI,
Raincoat.
go for Oxenfree, or Raincoat. Like, man, this is gonna be a very tough year.
Yeah, all solid choices. It's gonna take a while to go through all 3 of them, but for now, I think I'll definitely leave a poll up starting tomorrow, and see what my audience wants. And I presume we're all cool. Oxenfree. Ooh, that caught none's attention. I'm curious.
What? What's it?
Oxenfree.
Oh, Oxenfree? Yeah. I keep telling you, Zeus, that Oxenfree is downright amazing. That's the one I'm recommending, by the way, in case anybody wonders.
I might.
I'm just over here playing Omega Strikers again.
Oxenfree.
I have over 200 hours in this game. Please help.
Well, if it's not like another 40-hour slog, I can probably. Why not? We'll just take a break from the usual structure, do that, and then maybe hop back on to either Raincoat or AI. Might be a good idea.
Yeah. In any case,
it's probably, I barely remember how long it is, but it shouldn't be longer than 20 hours.
Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't be that long.
It's probably going to be shorter than ZTD.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right, so I'm going to wrap up the stream, but we can tear our plans here. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you Sunday for more of Jedi Fallen Order. So catch you then.
See you guys. And in our case, we'll see you guys when we get the chance to do another one of these.
Presumably Friday, but don't hold us to that. We'll see. Take care, guys.
All right.
Bye.
See ya, guys.